Let's get to this. Let's get to this. Welcome, everybody. We'll get started here. So, let's do it. We're going to start the night like this. I am. Yet what I am, none cares or knows. My friends forsake me like a memory lost. I am the self-consumer of my woes. They rise and vanish in oblivious host, like shadows in love's frenzied, stifled throes. And yet I am and live. I am John Clare. Welcome, artists and family. You know what it is. Finally, Thursday night has come back. Pull up a Zoom box, grab a microphone, and get comfortable. It's about to go down. Presented by the legendary, that's right, I said the legendary Nuyorican Poets Cafe. I am your host. My name is Elemen2al. Happy Thursday. This is the jump off, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. You know how we do. We've been doing this and doing this and doing this. Well, welcome to episode 74. Let's get it, right? We do this every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, streaming live on YouTube. If you're watching on the stream and you would like to join us in the Zoom, the number's on your screen, 977-539-856. Jump in, join the greatest community in the world. Want to know why I say that? Trust and believe we're going to show you this evening. We do this week after week thanks to some dedicated folks who pay these bills. So we would like to thank the New York State Department of Cultural Affairs and the New York City Council on the Arts for these free events. You can add your energy to the mix with a tax-deductible donation by going to nuyorican.org/contribute. Every dollar counts and is very much appreciated. Make sure you are plugging in with the dopest tech in the Zoomverse. The one and only Ron Mark Thompson, a.k.a. RMT. If you're not down with RMT by now, damn it, you should be. That cat's dope. All the way up in the BX. It's my dude, man. Also, in the building this evening, shout out Storm Lake. The one and only Matthew Motto Keen is here, y'all. Make sure you are plugging in with Matty Ice. He is the dopest all the way in Jersey. That cat's dope too, man. Make sure you're plugging in with Matty. This is where you can find me, Elemen2al.com. Take out the T, put in the number 2, Elemen2al.com. So many things going on, all right? Tonight's theme, Timet Noski, clear picture. Now, this term is Latin for know thyself, right? And upon my research, it goes back to the 6th century BC. All right, the Temple of Apollo, Plato, Socrates, Cicero. It's lots of folks who have all focused on inward, right? And I'm pretty sure if I know some of the folks that I know in this building this evening, we're going to get a beautiful history lesson on what this is truly about. All right. So next week's theme coming at you: lyrical chemistry, creative combustion, right? Think about what we do, whether we put ink on a piece of paper and we turn it into real life, or we bring it from a digital space and bring it to life. All right. It is truly combustion. It is truly chemical, almost alchemic, right? So that's what we're going to be looking at next week. Bring all of your creative genius, all right? So we can create some creative combustion. Here's a look at the upcoming themes. All right, we are going to get down. Only a few more weeks left in the month, but we are going to do what we continue to do. Let's get to the rules so we can get to the artistry this evening. Artists, turn your cameras on. We are trying to simulate a live open mic as much as possible. We'd love to see all of your beautiful exuberance as you perform. Have your artwork ready as you're coming to the microphone. Have your work ready to rock so we can get to it. You have 3 minutes to rock plus a 30-second intro to let the world know how they can connect with all the incredible things that you do before or after you get down. Make sure you put your information into the chat so we can continue to build and grow this greatest community in the world. Also, make sure you are changing your Zoom name to coincide with how you want people to connect with you. We have reached the time of night where it gets quite explicit, all right? But the founders of our cafe were major proponents on the freedom of speech, and we will make sure it maintains in the vein of everything we do. Therefore, there is no censorship other than any hate speech or any ism people may use to manipulate, which will not, I said not, be tolerated. Fuck around and get cute, man. Get the boot. Whether it's from the BX or all the way in Jersey, baby, trust me, the boot still works, all right? This is a living, breathing trigger warning, all right? Thou hast been warned. This is a true call and response space, all right? After these artists get up here and they share a true essence of who they are, you will see this pop up on your screen. This is when you get a chance to share all of that energy, all of that exuberance, back with the community, back with the audience. Don't worry about the noise, y'all. It's the rowdiest night of the week anyway. We're going to make sure it stays that way. So share all of that energy. It will be returned to you in the performance of all these incredible artists this evening. The guaranteed list tonight is closed because signups begin 24 hours before the show. It'll be Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Sign up, go to newyourekan.org, click on full events calendar, click on the Thursday that you want to get down on. You need an artist RSVP ticket. They won't populate until 24 hours before the show, but also make sure you check in on Thursday, all right? Sometimes the tickets don't all get sold out on Wednesday night. All right, a couple of folks picked them up this morning, so make sure you are plugging in on Thursday also to check in. Tonight's list, all these incredible artists came to get down, came to bring their incredible energy, so let's get to it. There's all my rowdy friends here on Thursday night. What's good? What's good? Oh my goodness, it is so great to see you. I see some new faces. Welcome, Lola. Good to see you. Appreciate you for being here. Bill Elkins in the building. I see Mrs. Good Luck Round is in the building early, right? Shosky C, what's good? Alan Gary. Yeah, man. You know I need my weekly dose, man, for real. Swag-tastical, what's good? I see you. I see you. Storytellers in the building, what's good, Ike? Let's go, folks. So, I will post the list in the chat shortly. Let's get to it. Setting us off this evening, as this cat does. And listen, he's been on point with it, right? He's got the timing down. He's got the signature smile. He's got a rhyme that's always on time. And I'm sure tonight will be no different. The one and only Eddie Foreman is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. Eddie, always great to see you. Come on, man. Set it off.
Thank you, my brother, like no other words like thunder. That makes our Thursdays much more sunnier. And thank you for our wonderful calls that we love the most, that deserve a toast, that never ever boast. Hello, my name is Ed Potasio, feeling fantastic. Please, it's time to join my rhyme, Fafo Sublime. I got one poem, so I'll take too much time. This is called Regette of a Castanets. This is part of the 30 to 30 Poetry Challenge. We play a daily sport. We play till we hurt. The sport of crazy life. The field of rough strife. The progress down our face, the cheering of a warm grace, the player with nothing to lose, the good fortune for you to choose. I know what you're thinking before your mind keeps shrinking. You quickly adapting on your feet. You hate the feeling of defeat. You memorize complex patterns. You embrace failing concerns. Your boss's random penalties, your growth of specialities, the maneuvering of traffic, the rebound of the frantic, the obstacles of the goal, the challenges of the soul, the bad luck of the referee, the penalties of the tragedies, the energy of great teamwork, the burns of two-faced smirks, the admiration of the crowd, the melodies sung so loud, the rebunctious of mascots, the adrenaline of your hip shots, the applause of your cheerleaders, the weeping cries of your defeaters. You feel the rush of the sport, playing on life's bumpy court. You fail, please get back up. Don't worry, it's only a tiny stub. You're going to lose each time, but victory is never far behind. It gets repeatedly harder and harder. You get more sharper than darker. Keep on believing yourself. Keep on proving in oneself. You're not playing on your own. You're not alone. It's in your bones. Life can be mercifully unforgiving, but the game and fans keep on singing. Thank you.
No doubt at all. See what I'm saying? This dude has such positive energy, man. Love how you do that. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Eddie for me.
Thank
Uh,
you.
you get more sharper than darker.
Right, right.
Thanks, Eddie.
Like I just love how you find a way to make it positive. You find a way to make it energetic every time you do what you do, Eddie. And I'm thankful that you do that, right? Um, Rebound of the frantic, penalties of the tragedies. Victory is never far behind. I think that's a beautiful sentiment to start the night with, really. Victory is never far behind. It doesn't matter if you fail. Victory is never far behind. I don't know if all of you are familiar with the term or the phrase, but it says if you fall down 10 times, you get up 11. Appreciate you, Eddie. That's what you do, setting us off this evening. Appreciate you. All right, Starship's underway. Let's keep it going. Coming up next, yo, this is why I said, I need my weekly fix of this dude because he does this. I'm telling you, his writing is phenomenal. The way he delivers his work is incredible. He has a way of having his work just stick to your bones. You're about to find out why. The one and only Alan Gary is in the building, y'all. Let these folks know where they can find you. Always great to see you, sir. Please take it away.
Thank you, my brother Elemental. And yes, it is wonderful to be here to share on this rowdiest night of the week here at the Nuyorican Poets Cafe. And you can follow me on my Alan Gary Facebook page, although it's just about at the maximum it's filled up. So if you'd like to like my fan page, that's cool. And you could still post on my friend page as well. So tonight, our theme, Know Thyself, Tepet Nosce. Also, to thine own self be true. Well, I'd like to share with everybody tonight an early piece of my poetry from years ago, sort of my early middle period. And this is also was made into a song. So tonight I share for you Quest for Identity. Who am I? Although my vision may blur, my eyes still see. What I do may be important for others, but it's magnificent to me. My mind does the wandering. My heart searches my soul. Deep within dwells a spirit just wanting to let go. Although the clouds surround me, the sun still shines. I have tomorrow, baby. I left yesterday behind. As sure as the winter turns into spring, I know the beauty that this life can bring. And who am I? What am I supposed to be? And who am I? What am I supposed to be? I feel like a ship on an endless sea. All I know is I want to be free. Although my vision may blur, I can surely see what I do can be important for others, but always magnificent to me. My mind does the wandering, my heart searches my soul. Deep within dwells a spirit, now and forever letting go. Thank you.
You know, that is one incredible line, sir. Oh my goodness. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Alan Gary.
Woo!
Yeah.
Alan, woo!
Yeah,
Thank
I love
you.
your journey. I love your journey. Love it.
Taking it with all of you.
Glad to be on that ride with you, Alan.
Great company I got here.
You know, that was a magnificent piece, sir. And that line is gonna stick with me for a while. You said, I have tomorrow, baby. I left yesterday behind. Oh man. Oh man. Like, I've said to myself, to people around me, there's no way that you can focus on the future if part of you is still holding on to behind you, right? If you got part of your body focused behind you, you can't focus 100% forward. I love that sentiment. And just the way that you put that, that's pretty incredible, sir. Well done. Thank you again for doing what you do and sharing it with us. All right, coming up next, I believe this is your first time rocking with us, is it not?
Yeah, it is. I've been wanting to join for a while, so I'm really happy to be here.
Welcome to the greatest community in the world. Without giving us your address, tell us where in the world you are plugging in from this evening.
I'm here in East Harlem, and I'm really excited to be here. You can read some of my poems online. I have a website, like a link tree, and you can follow me on Instagram if you'd like. Thank you so much.
Uptown, baby. I love it. Listen, let the world know where they can find you. Again, welcome to the greatest community in the world. We have been here for a while and we've been waiting on you. Welcome. Please take it away.
Thank you so much. Okay, this poem is called Outside. The New York experience is this. It's me sitting on a boulder in Central Park where car alarms somehow blend with bird song from the sparrow, from the cardinal, from the treetops with their springtime medley of twigs and new leaves. I got here dodging droplets in the tunnel midway between Park Avenue, the same droplets becoming deadly daggers hanging overhead in winter when I trudged to school in a snowstorm worth calling a snow day for. My experience is going to the half-empty card store, holding my breath that it hasn't yet closed for good, wondering if I am part of the problem with my nylon purse that all the white people in Williamsburg all seem to have. I may not be the perfect activist, but I have my words close to me, my most trusted yellow pen, feet out of their socks replenishing their connection to the dirt. At least there is still dirt. My experience is a series of small destructions and rebirths, plucking each piece from the stems of orchard grass, after school on the lawn with my friends in our button-up white shirts and pleated gray skirts, wishing we were anywhere else, but this summer the conservatory garden reopens, and this summer we continue our picnics on the freshly sown lawns, where if we are lucky, a ladybug may land on our hands. My experience is the bottom of my red skirt skimming through a field of clovers and dandelions in all their phases, my hem wet with afternoon dew, and I can almost see my middle school from this view, and I still flinch at the bumblebee's gentle hum, and I am finally outside after days of downpour, and I know I can't fix all the world's problems, but I can always go home. Thank you.
Yo, that's how you show up and represent. Yo, unmute yourself. Give it up for Lola.
One of us.
Wow.
One of us.
Wow.
One of us. One of us.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you so
can't
much.
fix all the world's problems, but I can always go home. That's the line that needs to be on my wall. You did such a beautiful poem, so full of all the local color, hometown girl. You gotta come back here now.
Thank you so much.
We got to listen. There's a few traditions that we normally go by around these parts. We could pop the cherry, baby. Or, I could just tell you how horribly, beautifully you just fucked up. Because now you are a part of the greatest community in the world, and you have to be here every Thursday because we need more of your stories, right? From the train to Central Park to how beautifully the car alarms seem to float with the bird songs. Come on. Come on, right? Wondering if I'm part of the problem. That's a poem in itself, all right? Like, may not be the perfect activist, but you are, because you recognize your place in all this madness. A series of small rebirth and destruction. Come on. That cycle is so freaking beautiful. Welcome. Appreciate you for rocking with us. Welcome to the greatest community in the world. That's how you show up and show the hell out. Welcome. All right, let's keep it going. Coming up next, all the way from the Pacific Northwest. Love when this cat comes through. No matter what you're going through, no matter what life has thrown at you, he's about to put our week into balance. Trust and believe this dude's one of a kind. The one and only Joski C is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. Joski, always great to see you, sir. Please, take it away.
Hey, Elemental. Wonderful to see you at Joski C. So, couple of pieces tonight, and this is new. This is about how they picked the Pope. It's called Blowing White Smoke. Jesus Christ, I'm blowing white smoke. Blowing white smoke for the Pope. I'm blowing as much smoke as I can till I see God in everyone. I see the Pharisees, their prayers punctuate their sins, committed in their offices, colluding with their friends. So Jesus Christ, I'm blowing smoke, white as privilege, white as wealth, white as Christian sin. And I wanted to do something for Mother's Day. And so when my mother was a teenager, every weekend she sang on a Polish radio show in Philadelphia. And they called her the Polish Nightingale. So this is called Nightingale. Your eyes have closed, you've finished your song. Lying perfectly still, there is no need to breathe. Rise up from this body, anointed with tears, and fly, nightingale, on newborn wings, and dance with angels beckoning. They are calling to you, singing your name. We are anchored to this heaviness, breathing water and smog, dragging our bones from room to room like a burden. Our weary travelers' thirst for love was quenched at your heart's open door. You gave and gave, still more than more, until you were all lightness, having laid to rest your burdened bones, to rise and spread your nascent wings. So fly, nightingale, into light, and feel the sky embrace you. Some of those who loved you best, now orphans in an empty nest, are stronger than they know. For even while their hearts still bleed, their own wings grow. So fly, nightingale, to your mate, whose patient heart watched over thee, his long wait finally ended. So fly into your ecstasy of love and feel the sky embrace you. fly, nightingale.
So now we know where Joski gets it from. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Joski. See.
Ah.
Son,
Thanks, Joski.
Way to go, man.
I'm assuming you've tasted your fair share of potato pancakes.
Yes, indeed, huh?
wow.
Delicious.
Son of a nightingale. Who would have thought? But it makes so much beautiful sense now, Joski. Wow. Wow. Your mother was a blessing, and we didn't even know she was a blessing. A blessing in her life and in this one through you. Thank you for sharing her memory with us. Gosh, Joski, that was just beautiful, man. Really. Really. We're anchored to this heaviness, right? Feel the sky embrace you. Fly into your ecstasy of love. Like, man, just amazing, Joski. And listen, that first poem, like, man, I'm upset with myself that I didn't come up with some of that. That was fantastically on point, Joski. Like, white as wealth, white as Christian skin. Damn it, Joski. Like, where was I when that got downloaded? Like, love it, man. Thank you for doing what you do, Joski, and sharing it with us. You're absolutely amazing, sir. Appreciate you. Shout out to Neen. Miss her too. All right. Coming up next, one of my favorite artists in this Zoomverse. She comes through. She does amazing work. I don't know if y'all have seen her on stage, putting in the work, burning down stages from New York to Philly. She continues to do it and still comes through and rocks in the Zoomverse. The one and only Dr. Z Page is in the building, y'all. Let these folks know where they can find you. It's always great to see you. Please take it away.
Thank you. I feel like when I miss a few weeks coming here, I feel like my life's on hold, so it's good to be back. Uh, I guess this is maybe on theme. I wrote it because I just wanted to share it. Yeah, because I'm falling for somebody, so I wrote this about them. It's untitled for someone unspoken. You have the hands of a mechanic, fastened around my heart, assembled like a watch that you started. Tick, tick, tick. Beats pump blood at a rate of 100 RPM, resuscitating a dormant love. My springs released too soon. The time is telling the face to shut, but my brain shut off weeks ago. My emotions churn relentlessly in circles, circulating through the highs, lows, and diagonals. I have feelings drooling down my arms and dripping from my fingers. I would call them the devil's playthings, except that would mean someone has control of them. I type on a computer because a pen cannot run with my mind's pace. Tick, tick, tick. I need the finesse of a calligraphist, the patience, the poise, the execution. A watchmaker's thinking takes planning. So I try to break the wheels when I want to cut the brakes. I'm crumpling beneath the steady hand of a traffic light held against my forehead as if to calm me. Maybe it's a yield, and I hope not a stop sign. Tick, tick, tick. Our duality thrills me. There's an unresolvable pendulum of desires, such as how I scarred my life with mistakes and yours with obligations. I hear the world in rhymes, yet you're measured like wavelengths. Your bookshelf is full of mathematics and mine with crinkled journals. I draw ice baths while you are already responsible. You are writing a masterpiece as I get you high. Please take passage in the cloud I'm lost in. Because with each click of the hands, our watch is a gift of time, moving closer to some unknown. Aging batteries can't stop the motion of my heart listening, knowing I am closer. Tick, tick, tick to home. Poem.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Dr. Z Page.
Jeez. Jeez, that's
Wow.
good writing.
Fucking A, Dr. Z. And so much of your incredible
Very, very
delivery
heartfelt.
tonight was in your inhales. It's like every time you inhaled, I felt like I was waiting at the bottom of your stomach for the next line. It was so visceral.
And the tick, I mean, the tension of the poem was so palpable. And we were all like kind of holding our breaths, but then we would hear and then I would hear a line that just like would blow me away. And then I would breathe and then we'd be back to the tick, tick, tick. So I mean, geez,
Yeah, great description.
goodness gracious.
So, whoever this person is, if you read this to them, it's over. Just so it's over for them. Like, they'll be puppy chow. Just that it's over for them. Like, oh my gosh. Like, see, that's the kind of love poem that I think I could write. And I'm horrible at writing love poems. But that was magnificent. Really. Like, it had so much energy. You mentioned their library full of mathematics. Oh my goodness. Like, it almost sounded like you wanted to lick their brain. And that's something that I love to do. Like, come on. She said, I'm falling for someone. Oh, that's so beautiful. Really. I have feelings drooling down my arms. She said, I type because a pen cannot run with my mind's pace. Let's go. Aging batteries can't stop the motion. Unresolvable pendulum of desires. Yo. Be careful. Because they're going to fall in love instantly. If they're not already in love with you, once they hear that, it's over for them. Again, puppy chow. Great work, Dr. Z Page. Thank you for sharing it with us. And congratulations. Really. All right. Yo, that was so money. All right, coming up next, from one love story to another. Because this gentleman writes some of the most incredible love songs that we've heard. I like to call this cat our generation's folk singer because he's just so damn dope at it. The one and only Bill Elkins is in the building, y'all. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you, sir. Please. And listen, arguably the dopest backdrop in the building. Shout out Long Beach in the building. Come on, sir. Please take it away.
Thanks, Elemental. I appreciate it. I can be found on Midwestern Bill 51 on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. Anyway, okay, I'm going to do a original. I guess this is a song I was inspired to write. Taking the train from Long Beach to downtown LA, you see all the poverty and squalor and the street people, you know, and cardboard, and it's just really depressing. It's sad. Anyway, that's what this one inspired me to write. So it's called Time Will Tell. Hope you like it. We learn more about life with each rotation around the sun. Our lives should get better with each and every passing day. Why do we not hold each other and celebrate our existence on this earth? Time will tell, my friends, time will tell. Time will tell, my friends, time will tell. Our homeless struggle on the streets, seeking shelter from the storm. While many of us say addiction and mental illness is their norm. What will it take to learn that united we stand and divided we fall? Time will tell, my friends, time will tell. Time will tell, my friends, time will tell. Young girl with baby begs for food, and we look the other way. Old man cries for help. We hear but we walk away. We become narcissistic rogues, oblivious to those in need. We no longer see the forest for the trees and seem to have no empathy. Life is what you make it, I hear many among us say. Such a simple-minded platitude. Actions, not words, may save the day. Politics and religion divide us. Can't we all somehow do better? Time will tell, my friends, time will tell. Time will tell, my friends, time will tell. People now live in landfills as the world drowns in its own trash. Homeless vets at traffic lights beg for help as we pray the light turns fast. We become narcissistic rogues, my friend, oblivious to those in need. We no longer see the forest for the trees and seem to have no empathy. We seem to have no empathy. We seem to have no empathy. Thank you, everybody.
Listen, y'all are gonna force me to do an album. Y'all are just gonna force me to do it because gosh, you come up with some amazing music. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Bill Elkins.
Thank you.
Woo.
Go Bill.
It's really nice to hear the freshness of your inspiration on the air here. So thanks a lot, Bill.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Paul. I appreciate hearing that from you. Yeah, every time I go down to LA from here, it's I almost want to drive instead of taking the train because you see it on the train, you see it out the windows on both sides of the train, and then when you get down into the downtown LA, it's just like it reminds me of I don't know. It's a lot of tin shacks and things like that. I mean, it's just like another world. I can't believe that they allow that to happen.
You're doing your part just by riding the train in LA.
Yeah, I know. Well, some people question my my intelligence for doing that, but that's where life is. You gotta. I mean,
yes.
I love taking the train, but it is. I don't take it at night.
Well, it's one thing. I've been in LA a number of times, but when I get back to New York, it's what people say about one of the things they say is it's so much more social than New York because people aren't isolated in their cars. You got to get on the train.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And the train here is above ground. In New York, most of them are underground, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So you get to see a lot more here, for better or for worse.
Yeah, well,
we do have a subway, but not much. Huh?
Yeah, the thing about LA's unhoused people, as they call them now, is it is concentrated like that, but because here, it's spread out. There's different pockets. I mean, there's a lot, 42nd Street west by the bus terminal and stuff, but it doesn't have there's not like a capital of the homeless camp, like LA does. That's why it kind of sticks out a lot more there.
Yeah, it really does. They've kind of just made an area of downtown just to be basically like they call it Skid Row. I mean, they don't even try to sugarcoat it.
Yeah.
That's exactly where I was going. Right there is Skid Row, right? And it reminds you of The Walking Dead, right? And I love what you just mentioned, Jedi Master. You said they call them unhoused, not homeless, not derelicts, but the unhoused, to make people feel better about seeing them have nothing, right? Seeing them sleep in these shanty towns, right? Seeing them create these trench towns. And listen, if you ever been to LA, and listen, it's in the shadow of the Diamond District, mind you, where you see Skid Row, and it's disheartening. But if you hit that block, it's about as far as you can see, right? In New York, it's about 3 blocks, maybe. It's about 3 blocks of nothing but homeless people or unhoused people on both sides of the street. All the way. No businesses, no nothing. Just them. Pretty bad, right? But the fact that you take the time to call people out on those things, right? Narcissistic rogues, oblivious to those in need. Oblivious, right? Homeless vets at the light asking for help. As we pray, the light turns fast. Come on. We seem to have no empathy, right? Can we all somehow do better? All it takes is just doing a little bit better. Thank you, Bill. Thank you for sharing that journey with us, right? And for writing such a beautiful song about your experience. Thank you. Like I said, y'all just gonna force me to do an album, right? I'm just gonna put out a call for all you incredible artists, right? And we're just gonna have to record it, and we're just gonna have to do it. It's just gonna have to happen. Really, the world needs to understand how important your music is, how important the poet's voice truly is. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that with us, Bill. All right, one more artist, and then we're going to go to halftime. Brooklyn in the building, stand up. This incredible storyteller continues to come through, and with some of the most magnificent stories you've heard. Trust and believe you're about to find out why I say that. The one and only Markensia is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. Always great to see you. Please, take it away.
You can find me here. Reality is different for me. My heart expands. The valve pumps vigorously. My breath grows slim. He doesn't know what he's doing to me. Or does he? He breathes the wrong way. I'm an easy target. Avoidance is looking for danger and planning an escape, whether or not a threat is imminent. Shifting the lens, changing perspective, may show me another way. The bird's eye sees all but God. I have not control over circumstance, space, time. A rodent so fast needs bait and trap. Life is a labyrinth, a maze, twisted, puzzling, not a narrow path with reins. Sometime a scarecrow or a shadow may resemble a pitiless subhuman being. That doesn't make it so. I may never be fully free of worry, overthinking. When I'm in it, I'm gone. Then wipe my brow when proven wrong. Thank you.
Goodness. I don't know how you do that. Honestly. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Markensia.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, that was devastating. And the last few weeks I've really been struck or really picking up on this very subtle kind of half submerged emotionalism in your delivery and the tone of your voice. I totally feel the balance it's necessary for you to strike when you write and speak from such a deep and weighted place in your spirit. It's truly a gift to listen to that.
Truly.
And the control you had, I mean, I'm a rapid line kind of person, but I know the power of slowing down and letting every single word sink in, and that's what you did in that last piece. That was pretty powerful. The control it takes to control your emotions enough to write like that and recite like that. Like, that's impressive. Like, kudos.
Yeah, it reminds me, and I believe I've said this to you before, Markensia, you kind of remind me that a giant can still speak softly, right? And then have the control like Maze was talking about, right? And as you said from the very beginning, reality is different from me. Like, even just that is such a heavy line for someone to carry, for someone's heart to carry. But then you had the strength and the fearlessness enough to put it on paper and then share it with us, right? You said, I may never be free of worry, overthinking. But when you write lines like that, right, it makes you just a little bit stronger. It makes you take your power back just a little bit more. You may not have it all just yet, but you're doing it with every line, with every syllable. Incredible. Thank you. Thank you for your strength and sharing it with us. Really, we appreciate you. All right, y'all. Before we move on, I am going to pass it to the dopest tech in the Zoomverse, the one and only Ron Mark Thompson, aka RMT. You're not down with RMT by now, damn it. You should be. All the way up in the BX. What's good, Ron? How you feeling this evening?
I'm feeling okay, thank you, Elemental. Yes, zooming in from the Bronx. Shout outs to where you're zooming from, Elemental. This is the beauty of the online open mic, that we are zooming in from, anywhere in the United States and worldwide. So I appreciate you holding down the fort here every Thursday night online open mic. We appreciate you. Thanks, Elemental. Hey, everyone. I am Ron Mark Thompson. I am one of the two tech assistants tonight. As you may have heard him and seen him already a few times, Matthew Marroquin is also helping us out today as my co-host, tech co-host as well. You're going to see more of him, in the next weeks and months as well. I'm still with the New Eureka Poets Cafe. Once we get the building back from the city after the reconstruction finishes, I'll be busy with our other teammates, putting in all the technology, getting, the building ready for the reopening for all the programs. So either Matthew or I, you will always see at least one of us here on Thursdays, or on some nights like today, both of us. And if you stay for the Cypher tonight, you can hear and see more of him. And many of you obviously know him from, he has guest hosted here once. He's been with us, Voices and Vibes, at other programs. So big shout out to Matthew. Thank you so much for helping out. I am with the program and operations team. Matthew also helps with the social media posts. And just in case you weren't aware, yes, our building on the Lower East Side, the New Eureka Poets Cafe, is still closed for reconstruction. The city is doing a great job of modernizing and upgrading the building. Until we receive the building back from the city, we are hosting our in-person events at other venues throughout New York City, such as every Monday, the New Eureka Bowery Slam at the Bowery Poetry Club, Mondays at 6:30 p.m. Just in case, for those of you who are not from the New York City metro area and you were planning to come during the week of July 4th, on Monday, June 30th, there will be no poetry slam at the Bowery Poetry Club because the venue is used for a different program. So we are taking off 1 week, but that's one of those very rare weeks where we will not have a Monday poetry slam. All the other Mondays, if you're in New York City, please come and check out, the competition on stage. And as you may know, all those who win on Mondays get an automatic invitation to perform at the monthly Final Friday Slam at the final Friday of the month. Last Friday, which this month is May 30th, that's taking place at the Puerto Rican Traveling Theater. We were virtual for that one last month. We are returning back in person. So stop by for this if you can make it, 9:30 p.m. on May 30th. And if you want to know more about our Poetry Slam programs and who has won previous slams on Mondays and Fridays, check out our page on our website, neweureka.org/slam. And by the way, big congratulations to Matthew Marroquin. He actually competed unexpectedly in one of the Monday Bowery Slams, and he won. I believe it was 1 or 2 weeks ago. So congratulations again to you, Matthew. We value everything that you do, whether it's in the background or whether we can see you on stage. Also in person, the Lois Cider open mics at the Lois Cider Center, East 9th Street. Every second and fourth Wednesday of the month is our open mic. We just had one yesterday. And every first Wednesday of the month, Women Orator Wednesday. If you missed any of those in-person events, those like tonight's online open mic get live streamed to our YouTube channel. But unlike the online open mic, you cannot participate online. This is an in-person event. But if you want to, rewatch performances, see the music, the poetry, the stories, check out our YouTube channel, and you will find those live streamed recordings there. And one more in-person event I want to make you aware of. On Saturday, May 31st, the day after the Final Friday Slam, we will be presenting a performance and poetry workshop. Carl Michael Iglesias will be teaching that one. This is part of the Actors Playground, which is part of a series of different classes on performance, which includes poetry, and it's all free. Cooper Square Committee at the Harriet Potterman Center, formerly Studio One. You may remember our executive director Labrua and Tony McPherson taught workshops there about over a year ago. This is our first time we're returning there. It's free. If you go to our calendar and go to May 31st, you will be led to the RSVP link and you can sign up to attend that. But I am aware that many of you here are not physically located in the New York, New Jersey, Connecticut metro area. So please continue supporting us on Thursdays online open mic with Elemen2al, our host. If for any reason you did not have a chance to get your artist RSVP ticket, let Matthew or me know via private DM or via regular chat message in the Zoom chat here that you would like to be added to the good luck round, and we will inform Elemen2al to add you to our bonus round. As I found out today, it's another way we can say that. That's later tonight after we finish with the guaranteed list. Also online, we have our Know Thyself meditation and stream of consciousness workshop led by Charlie Vasquez. That one is coming up this Saturday, 12 noon. At online via Zoom, so you can get your tickets on our calendar in advance. And we also are leading on hosting a poetry slam workshop. Tony McPherson every second Tuesday of the month, except in June. That one will be guest taught by Stephanie Pacheco, which many of you may have seen in some of our programs as well. That one is free thanks to a grant by Poets and Writers. You can get your tickets on our calendar. For any and all the other social media links for our website, to sign up for the mailing list, if you want to volunteer, if you want to help, donate, if you want to contribute, our Patreon channel, just go to our link tree, New Eureka Poets Cafe. I will put that in the Zoom chat as well. And there are many other programs that I didn't have the time to mention here. If you happen to be in Brooklyn this weekend, we will be with UPRO's Climate Justice in Brooklyn, Sunset Park. They will be hosting their monthly open mic, and there will be many featured performers in addition to an open mic, including our J Rose, who hosts our Monday poetry slams, Brian Acosto Herrera, aka Brian the Motel Guy, Bonafide will be there, many others, and open mic. It's all free. You can RSVP, again, go for our calendar and you will be linked to them. We hope to see you there. But now let us go back online, virtual, and we are gonna jump to our next performer, going over to the back to the west coast, and as our host Elemen2al calls him, the Vincent Price of poetry, which I agree with. Ike Waltz, welcome back. It's all yours. You know how it goes. You have the floor. Thank you.
Two pieces. The first is an experiment. Temet nosce or nosce te ipsum simply means know yourself or know thyself. Today I like to present how one word can influence or even change you and your personality, and thus the perception of knowing yourself. The experiment. Sometimes one has to face reality. Sometimes I have to face youth and realize how much I must catch up with that millennial BAE meaning before anyone else. Reason? For young people, the key to happiness is the ability to say fuck to everyone. Anywhere, anytime, and even mean it. Young people use the F word to enhance their vocabulary skills. Adults, on the other hand, use the F word strategically to spite their otherwise boring waffling. Aha, we are so fucking cool. However, all of us say fuck or fuck you by owing nothing to anybody. So, motherfuckers, just get it. With this poem, I will demonstrate the effect by using the word fuck inside your perceived gentle personality. Or is it just me too versus I am a man? Okay, let's start with opus male shit and the no fuck personality verse. I am who I am. I am a man. Let me make it quite clear. I am a man and being proud of it. A white man, because that's it, what I am. A European man, an immigrant. So what? More so, I am Adam and do not pretend to understand Eve, as I don't seemingly forever have a handicap. Why did she hand me that juicy apple? I will never know. Paradise lost forever. Why does she interrupt my longing for fast cars and nail-biting sports? Riding my truck loaded with an icy cold six-pack and a vicious barking dog. Now that I must peel this juicy apple with toxic skin, waste I don't consume. Very well, I peel my woman as my woman peels me too. You see, I am a man, and Eve does the same to me. We call it that sexy game. Oh no, I don't abuse her, neither with words or pain. I woo her with ruby red roses and tricks in return. She refreshes my aging lips with caressing licks. Ladies, you can shoot me in the head. I can take it, as I never will return that killer bullet, even if I could. With respect, she is my lady, and after all, I am her man. And now, my friends, let me repeat the same poem. Let me sculpt my words and insert ever so gently the word. And you will notice that opus male shit will completely change your personality, or my personality. What is now called the fucking personality verse. I am who the fuck I am. I am a fucking man. Let me make it quite clear. I am a fucking white man. A European man. Yes, I am a fucking immigrant. More so, I am fucking Adam and do not pretend to understand fucking Eve. As I fucking well don't. And that is a fucking fact. Forever a fucking handicap. Why did she hand me that fucking apple? I will never know. Fuck that paradise. Why does she interrupt my love for fucking muscle cars and fucking couch potato sports, riding my fucking truck loaded with an ice-cold six-pack and a viciously barking fucking pit bull? Now that I must peel this fucking apple, fucking toxic skin, fucking stuff I don't consume. Okay, I fucking well peel my woman as my fucking woman will peels me too. You see, I am a fucking man, and fucking Eve does the same fucking loving to me. We call it that fucking sexy game. Fuck hell no, I don't fucking abuse neither with fucking words or nor forceful fucking foreplay. I never use. I woo with fucking ruby red roses and fucking tricks in return. She fucking well arouses my fucking lips with juicy fucking licks. Ladies, you don't shoot me in my fucking head. I can fucking well take it, as I never will return that fucking killer bullet, even if I fucking well could do it. with fucking kudos. She is my fucking lady. And after all, I'm her fucking dude. Oh yes, I am fucking white trash. Are you fucking fucked up too? The second piece. Malcolm X, 60 years later. Malcolm X's impactful words of wisdom and inside action. It is so much easier to assassinate a black man. His skin, his hair, his eyes, his mouth, his nose, even his heart. So they say, make him easy prey. Since there is no genetic basis for race, there is more genetic variation within any race. Yes, we are brothers and sisters. So let the best man win. And Malcolm X said it best. A man who stands for nothing will fall for anything. And Malcolm X said it best. People who don't realize how a man's whole life can be changed by just reading one book. And let's not forget, don't let the white man kill. Thank you.
Let the record show that I am fucking blown away. Oh my goodness, unmute yourself, give it up for Ike. Whoa!
Wow, did you notice how Malcolm X told the fucking truth? And 60 years later, it is still resounding in this fucking time. Wow. Thank you, Ike.
Word, so straight up, Norm. And it will for another 1,060 years, right?
Absolutely.
You know,
Single time, like every single time. Never pull punches. Always give us something new. Thank you for being in our world.
yeah, I second that. Yeah, Mr. Waltz, I really appreciate the Malcolm tribute and, especially the quotes. I have to remark on that first poem because it was such a big, massive piece of culture jamming. It's like I didn't know where I was culturally. You were staking out so many different sort of points of location within this kind of constitutive narrative. And it set a new standard for me of fetishizing fuck. And I just want to suggest if you have some time, try to find, maybe it's on YouTube, I don't know, a poem by Vaginal Davis. And it's just a poem with one word, fuck. And it's a very long poem, but she just says the word fuck so many different ways. And your piece really reminded me of that. But my head is still spinning.
Yeah, it takes intelligence to use that word smartly.
Ooh, come on, man.
I was missing the motherfucker though. I was missing that part.
Yeah, I agree so much, Norm. There's very few people I've heard who can really speak the word fuck in a poetic way and make it work,
And not make it seem like a vulgar additive, right? It did not seem like it was offensive because you were using it in such a poetic way. You said, I am a fucking man, right? I am a fucking immigrant. Who here is not a fucking immigrant, right? I peel my woman as my woman peels me too. I am Adam and do not pretend to understand Eve. Fuck that paradise. Fucking couch potato sports. We call it the fucking sexy game. He said, I am fucking white trash. I implore all of you who is under the sound of my voice right now or later, go back and listen to what Ike just said. There was nothing vulgar of what Ike just did. He expanded on this word that some people think is so disgusting. That's why I call this cat Vincent Price of poetry. He truly expanded your auditory realm of the word fuck. And since we have crossed the fuck barrier, you are now truly fucked because I did that. Damn it, Ike. I was not prepared for that, Ike. You got to fucking warn people, Ike. Shit, you got to warn people, Ike. My goodness. Author of The Bald Raven, author of fucking Scopiti, La Petite Requiem, shout out El Haj Malik El Shabazz. Beautiful reference, by the way. Thank you, Ike, for doing what you do. Wow, man. That's got to be one of my favorite. That's at the fucking tippy top. Appreciate you. Shout out to Queen Sheila. Wow, that was just, yo, let me shout out a couple people because I need to fucking catch my breath off of that. Shout out Matthew Marroquin. Appreciate you for being here, man. Truly. Shout out Escape Artist. Yun is in the building. Always great to see you, Yun. Appreciate you for being here. Maddie's in the building. Outlaws here. We are going to hear from Bear Wolf. Yeah, you know what it is. Appreciate y'all. Really. Y'all have found y'all way here. You could have been anywhere else in the world this evening, but you're here, right? Shout out Jada Henry. Shout out Francis Sharp. Shout out Gabby Vines for watching us, for checking us out. We truly appreciate all your energy. It is definitely felt. Thank you all. Let's keep it going. Also, definitely make sure you shout out Ron Mark Thompson. That dude's all kinds of incredible. Let's keep it going. Coming up next, all the way across the pond, I have been looking forward to this poem, y'all. The most eloquent writer in the world that I know. The one and only lantern carrier is in the building, y'all. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you, brother. Please, Dr. Love himself, take it away.
Igualmente, my details are in the chat. For centuries, prophets have spoken globally, built majestic temples to an inner kingdom of peace, light, love, and delight. Yet nearly 9,000 years after Lord Rama, humanity's focus is still on the spoils of materialism and the vanity of fleeting desires. First, though, to dance with excellence upon the marvelous pendulum of Mother Gaia, one must cultivate the spirit of the ancients, like Ibrahim and Sankara are doing in Africa, like Malcolm, Martin, Harriet, and others are still doing in America. Truth must stand out with dignity, self-esteem, integrity, and respect, to include a patriotic pride in Tierra Madre. One's love and vision for the land must set a benchmark, mirroring the virtues and diligence of its people. To start from the foundation is to mimic the life tree with many branches, the rungs on this journey of evolution, which we call life. The tree cements its place in the forest by first fixing its roots solidly to the earth. From then on, it ascends into a powerful and gigantic oak. To become conscious of the soul is to be aware of its praiseworthiness and limitations within the human body. Yet in its quest for meaning, it is drawn to sad songs in the guise of avarice and gold, desires and a materialism, accompanied by an ocean seemingly full of pearls, yet hiding a fisherman's net of sorrows in which one traps oneself. Woe me, I cried, until one day, as in the allegory of Plato's cave, I finally removed my chains, saw a beacon of hope in the distance, and steadfastly found my way out of this dark, cumbersome, and rugged tunnel of darkness. Light, more light. Suddenly I see that I am holding the keys to the supernal palace, sitting in my pocket all along. The same adversity that dyed my heart with shadows is in fact a friend and not my nemesis. She carried me in my struggles, invoked mercy to transport me in my joys. I am free, free at last. I was the fountain and the dam, just didn't know this all along. I am the rivulet turned stream, the river flowing into the ocean, which now merges as we become one. I am the sojourner and the sought was seeking me for eons. I am the lost prodigal returning home unto his Papa eternal. Now the picture is vivid, clear. I am a spark of the infinite, birthless, deathless. I am the self of which the philosophers spoke, a self that concealed itself in my paradise within, so I could enjoy this fleeting dance. Now all cobwebs vanish, and my mirror is dancing. Around and within me, there's only a realm of boundless peace. I meld into its vastness, become one with eternity, for I am the I am that I am, and free. Lantern Carrier, thank you.
You must dance with the gods. It's just amazing. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Lantern Carrier.
Yeah, you need to give some lessons about how to do that dance.
That was such a beautiful tribute to Tierra Madre y Gaia Mundo. Thank you so much, Lantern Carrier. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
The other lesson I need from you, Lantern, is how to stay awake so late to be at a Zoom on the other side of the world.
Well, I'm tired.
Thank you so much.
It is wicked late. It is wicked late where Lantern is. Truly.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lantern.
I leave soon. Yeah, I'm tired.
Of course, of course. Listen. We understand, right? We understand. There's not very many other folks who are staying up 2 and 3 in the morning to hang out with us and share poetry across the world, and then have the nerve to do it as eloquently as that. Oh, love, where did you find this cat? Like he was birthed and nursed from love herself. Right? Mimic the life trees with many branches. Cultivate the spirit of the ancients. Right? I was the fountain and the dam. The lost prodigal returning home. A spark of the infinite? Yes. Yes. And this is why I always look forward to what Lantern does. Right? I don't know how. I'm telling you, like I don't know. Like he reminds me of just this ethereal being. Like I don't even know if you really have skin. Like if it's just stardust. You're just made up of all the things in the universe. Really. How you talk about love, how you receive love, how you deliver and share love. It's absolutely amazing. Thank you. Thank you for doing what you do. Hiding in a fisherman's net of sorrows. What? So eloquent. So eloquent. Thank you. Thank you for what you do. We got you, God. We're going to make sure we make time for you, Baba. No doubt. All right. Coming up next. This gentleman He is surgical, a fencer, author of Four Crescents, author of Evaporating Rage, author of Black Calculus, contributing author to Love Letters to Gaia, Pushcart nominee. This gentleman is all kinds of incredible, no matter what angle or part of the spectrum you are looking at him from. You're about to find out why. The maestro himself, right, Prop, is here. The one and only Noel Mathematics is here, y'all. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is always a pleasure. Please, take it away.
Here we go. This is my mission statement. When we're talking about who we are, and what we're supposed to be doing here. I'm inspired by a number of poets talking about Sonia Sanchez, James Baldwin, Lawrence Ferlinghetti, and the title of this piece is, What Good is the Poet? What use is poetry when the words burn the page before they can be read out loud? Words spoken into ether, flammable as methane gas, burning holes through thinning layers of ozone, piercing fog bank thinking that doubles down as willful ignorance. What good is poetry with all its metaphorical insights, unless the words incite a riot of conscience, challenging you to look in the mirror, reflections of the animal crying wolf, as if life put your voice on mute. So the dog barking up the wrong tree distracts your attention away while bridges burn to the ground. What good is the poet if their words are lost in the ashes? Books burned because the powers that be are afraid of the truth, that they are the barbarians at the gate, that the map they've drawn circles back to the original lie, that this land is your land from sea to shining sea, while history rides over bodies that lived here long before their lives were discovered. The poet must prepare to listen like a tuning fork vibrates, finding resonance in the surrounding terrains. The poet must listen through the soles of their feet, kneel and pray to the souls in their sleep. The poet must hang in the balance between hyperbolic emotional responses along the spectrum, tempt the empathies to suffer the same agony, walk to the same cliff's edge to ponder the expanse. The poet must peer into the same suffocating darkness, where voices are swallowed, confident ancestors are near enough to whisper. Their lives are not words to be misunderstood, only intuitions to have faith in. The poet must become fluent in the dialects of languages spoken across the in-between. The poet must collaborate with artists across the breadth of creation, tap wisdom that flows like sap in some places, like a waterfall in others. The poet must have a contract with their muse, agree to wait impatiently for the prompt, write when symbol and concept come out of the silence. A cacophony of whispers become the code that is the poet's voice. The poet's voice must speak tribal taboos, unspoken for generations, dividing communities into binaries, keeping us separated and disintegrated from the whole of us by man-made borders and boundaries. The poet must be equal parts proud of and humbled by the responsibility their words share, the possibility of making a difference in an ocean depths of global conscience, evolving humanity word by word. Truths that change the landscape, earth shake to catastrophic earthquake. Redraw maps of the sky with no lines nor borders between dreams, vision, concept, and action. A result between utopia and dystopia. A nature full of perfect imperfections. The poet must never be satisfied, nor pacified by praise, unless the action in their words becomes the DNA of human impulse, seeking a higher trajectory. Peace.
Nah. That's just not fair that you just come and steal all the air from the room with that. Gosh, unmute yourself. Give it up for the maestro.
Woo! Yeah, Norm, evolving humanity word by word. Thanks. And I always try to bring this up to people, the power of the spoken word, that it's the generative quality of the spoken word where we have the power to create our reality by what we speak. And that's what makes us so dangerous to the people who, want to shut us up. And as I've said a few times before, there's not a single person here tonight who is not here because they haven't had already the experience of many people trying to shut you up. And you really, I think, Norm, this poem is about quieting all those naysayers in one way. And I thank you for that endlessly.
Ya tú sabes, el gusto es mío, papá.
Gracias.
I keep telling y'all, it's the greatest community in the world. You may believe me or not, but our colleagues show you, whether it be with a lightning strike, whether you smell the rain coming or not. Sometimes it's a hurricane, and sometimes it's a whisper. He said poets must feel through the soles of their feet. They must have a contract with their muse. Speak in tribal taboos. Man, the way that you put your words together, the way that you deliver, challenging you to look in the mirror. Like this is why we are poets. This is why we are creatives. For the possibility of making a difference. To redraw maps of the sky with no lines. The poet must never be satisfied. I don't know if any of us are. And I think that's what continues to drive us to write the things that we do. Thank you, Math, for reminding us of just that. Your voice is incredible. Your message is always poignant and always powerful. Thank you for sharing it with us. All right, let's keep it going. Coming up next, this cat is truly like, and shout out my man. He used to rock with us at one point in time, all the way from upstate. But this cat is like a new wild card, man. For real. I really honestly never know what this cat's gonna do. But it's always going to be mad creative, son. Mad creative. He comes through with his own like true brand and true authentic version of creativity, but he's always 100% authentic with it. And I love that about this dude. The one and only Warren Dixon is in the building, y'all. Let these folks know where they can find you, man. Like I said, it's always great to hear you, and I'm looking forward to what you got for us this evening. Please, take it away.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Couple of things I want to say before I get started. First things first, I'm not really in a, upbeat, high-spirited mood, as you guys could probably tell. Had a long day and a pretty tough one at that. So I just wanted to be vulnerable and say that here. Second is this might actually be the first time that that I've lost sort of my spidey sense in a way. Usually you guys will hear Elemental be like, I'm always outside moving around. But I figured I'd take it easy today. Yeah. And then last thing is I have a brand new song that I'll be sharing next Thursday. So hopefully you guys will be here to check that out. All right. Let's get to this poetry shit. So I got a poem that I'm gonna be sharing. I'm trying to see if I can pull it up here. All right, so this is called, okay. This is called Amateur from Dr. Seuss to Confucius. As a newbie, we are unaware. We go through life as if we care. Incompetent, inept, go here or there, thinking that we know it all. Inevitably comes the fall. Then we slowly realize as it begins the end of our demise, we didn't compromise. However, it's more than just the fall. We thought we were impervious, 10 feet tall. The older we get, the more we realize the ignorant follies of the less wise. Pride before the fall comes towards us all. We pay no mind to the warning's call. Greed, lust, a wild ride, envy, wrath, look inside, gluttony, sloth, our guilty pride. Don't let this list be your guide. It's okay not to know everything. It's okay to be a teen in between. It's okay to misread a panic scene. It's okay to admit you're wrong. Do the dance, sing the song. Don't act wise, apologize, pretending you know it all. Inevitably, the jig is up. Never ready for the call. Will you learn the lesson of the fall, knowing you don't know anything at all? There is always a lesson to endure. It's okay not to be sure. We were all once an amateur. The difference between a young adult sprung on life and a middle-aged, disillusioned, lost soul is our experiences. The lesson learned when it's your turn to be on top, oblivious, ignorant, acceptance. There will be a time when you're not. It's not how high you climb. It's how you endure after the fall. Wisdom comes to us all. Will you ignore it or answer life's call? Brand new song next Thursday. Stay tuned.
And that right there is how you power through. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Warren Dixon.
Kiddo, I've always believed in you. I've loved everything you've read every time I've been here and seen you. You deliver from the heart. You're honest. You're brave. You bring the truth and you wrap it. And I mean, I feel very strongly. I believe in you and we care about you so much. You just keep pushing.
Thank you for bringing your vulnerability, brother.
Yes.
Really, really appreciate it. That's where strength comes from.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that was like food to me, Warren. So I have to thank you for the nourishment you've offered here.
And how you went about pulling it off, bro, that's swaggertastical. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's moxie. That's emotional moxie. So
Yes.
yeah, good shit.
Facts.
Yeah, that's community, Warren. You just, that was such a beautiful example. Somebody who's uh, toughing it out and came here and nonetheless and just poured out the generosity of that spirit. So really, I'm
And
sure I'm sure the founders of the cafe would have stood up and turned around from the bar to listen to that.
yes, 'cause you're safe here. Because we're all safe here. That's why.
Oh, we got you. We got you. And that's why we come here, right? That's why we come here. It's for moments like that, right? We all have moments like that, man. You are not alone in those feelings, right? It takes a very brave and fearless individual to not only embrace those things, but to share them with your community. And that's why we're here. That's why we continue to come here every Thursday, is to ensure that for anyone in the world who doesn't know, who may feel like they're just screaming into the ether and no one's listening, we are. And we are here for you. As you said, it's okay not to know everything. It's okay to be in the dark. It's okay to accept help because you're lost. That's why we're here, man. That level of strength is why we all have picked up a pen and continue to push it forward. So yeah, we'll be here next week. We'll be here looking forward to the song that you're gonna share next week. Trust and believe. Whether it's on this part of the spectrum or the other, we'll be here for it. We got you, man. For sure. You know how to reach out to folks. Appreciate you for doing what you do. You're not alone at all. All right, let's keep it going. We have 5 left on the guaranteed list. And as of right now, 4, possibly another one just came through the door on the good luck round. So let's keep it going. Coming up next, Mrs. Good Luck Round herself is on the guaranteed list this evening. Whether she's on the path or sharing some of her incredible work, shout out the educators in the building. She continues to make time, make space to do her incredible things. The one and only Elizabeth Horan is in the building. Come on, let these folks know where they can find you. Always great to see you. Please take it away.
Greetings, friends, poets, beautiful people. I missed last week because I was in Dallas. I should have hit you up, Elemental. I don't know where you are in Texas, but I was in Dallas for the World Robotics Tournament, if you can believe, because my son qualified to go there. So I was there for 6 days, and it was crazy, like heartbreak, and I mean, it was a roller coaster. They did well, is the final answer. But I missed you guys, and I'm here now, and I am back on the guaranteed list. So, yep, here we go. I'm going to cleansing breath. I'm going to read a couple from Alcoholic Betty. I would read Path, but Cece's not here, so I can only do that when Cece comes. This one is called Study of Ferocity in Pain. Ways to roar, come hither to mama. Fuck the fragmented icicle cracking. Fuck the way I have to do therapy with women so much younger than me. It's enough to break me. And hell yeah, there's more name dropping, drooping boobs and chin, armpits stink and slippery thin. Waddle mom, straddle mom, every day, same crap, different man child. Stupid, selfish, suckface, baby, hit the bottle harder than any little thing I ever bore. That which never was whole never gets whole. Empty, white, useless mother, you want to call me bitch or wimp. Those who love me, too good, too caring, can't withstand nihilism brandish coming, weapon dowry saved up for closest friends and family. Save face, you want to call me cunt, bitch, alcoholic, unable. Be not near me ever. Me is overstayed all welcome. The ghost is in your town. Rake her over the coals. Just get it over with and done. Thank you, and I'll do one more if you don't mind. I know these are hardcore, heavy, but you know, sometimes that's how life is. This one is called Come One, Come All to Witness the Corporal Punishment. Oh, the mother guilt. You see how I stagger underneath it. I bring the woman to the table after dark. Her cuffs are too tight. She requested them on. See how she stripped down to metal bone, told me her skin was damnation or damned. Doesn't matter, she is in for it now. They don't take kindly to false idols in this town. They stick the old cougars right into the cage. No more red meat, no more live prey. She could have changed. She could have repented, walked the straight, the narrow, not the full-scale demented. We warned her with bricks and sticks and fires and fines, but she kept on. Jesus Christ just kept on committing them crimes, took on love which she could not fulfill. Promised an Eden when no jungle in season, cracked hearts open just to peer in the insides, sucked in the ripe cherry liquid, imbibed MGDs 9, 6, 11, 12, and oh, the men, their hands, their efforts, their pants. She loved them. Let's not forget. Her intention was better than her actions, fraught with the devil and desire. The mountain cities clang the bell, for the sinners are melting. Lo, Lord above, Lord God, efface me. Are you pleased with what we'll do to her? And that she will suffer greatly. Come one, come all, the freak awakens. We go down to the dungeons to kill her. Thank you very much. Thank you, Elemen2al, and thank you, Ron.
That was fucking dangerous. Just saying. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Elizabeth. Horrid.
Damn.
Oh, please don't throw me in the briar patch. Yeah, I was gonna say, you know, I missed you, but last week, and I'm still saying it, but thanks for, you know, imparting the excuse. But really, thanks once again. Like I said in the chat, hardcore heavy is my safe place.
So sensual, but so heavy.
Thank you. Yeah.
Well, I missed you.
I missed all of you.
So clearly we see this evening how fuck weighs a ton, right? Seriously. I inspiration, you missed it earlier. You got to go back and see what happened, bro, cuz yo, heavyweight. You know, Elizabeth, when you come through like that, your delivery is so deviously, delicately delicious because of how dangerous it is. And you craft your words almost, and I mean this in the best of ways, almost like a succubus, luring their prey into your poems, right? Um, it's pretty incredible how you've been able to embrace that, and it doesn't really seem like wonky or clunky. It really seems natural. And I very much appreciate that. Really, it doesn't look like you're wearing a mask, or it doesn't look like it doesn't feel like you're wearing a costume. It really feels authentic. Like you really give yourself to this aspect of the poetry that you write and from this space. And I truly, truly dig it. That which was never whole never gets whole. That's just crazy. The ghost is in your town, straight up. And then in the second poem, the title itself, right? Come one, come all to witness the corporal punishment. Told me her skin was damnation or damned. Promised in Eden with no jungle in season. What? What? Are you pleased of what we'll do to her? Like it's so cultish. It's it's like, a pomegranate in the Garden of Eden. Like I am no apple. I am pomegranate. Taste me. Love it. Appreciate you for what you do. Again, whether you're on the path or whether you're doing, the inebriated Betty. Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you for sharing it with us. All right, let's keep it going. Because we have our resident Gilgamesh on deck. The symphony in his own voice. The only cat that I know who is in the original Aloud anthology from the New Eurekan Poets Cafe. Rocked with the founders. A true Loey Sider in the building. The one and only Paul Skiff is here. Come on. Let these folks know where they can find you, Jedi Master. It is always great to see you. Please, take it away.
I truly feel the privilege of being here tonight among all you. Just incredible speakers. I got a handful of things to do. They're mostly short things. So let me just sort of start to get going. The first one I'm going to have an advisory about for the younger people here, because we're in an epoch when some expect an advisory and feel it's wrong not to offer one. But I want you to know I come from a time when just the two words poetry reading were the advisory, because you never knew what would happen. Anything could happen at a poetry reading. A person could throw a fish at you. A person could throw the podium or the microphone across the room. A person could launch into a marriage proposal from the mic to someone sitting in the audience. A devotee of the poet could rush the stage to kneel in front of it and have the poet pee in their mouth while they spoke their poem. And so I hope, well, I know nobody's going to mind. This is for everyone who does ego-based confessional poems. Your poem is a trauma hymnal, angelically grisly and branded with the stigmata of love's filth. Poem, a thing to crash the car of your life into because consequence is nothing to you. Look, you're still here. Poem, a stage for trauma to streak across nakedly in defiant glory. A trauma poem is where you are a young child discovering the power of public nudity. You wield it with untouchable eloquence and the power of caring's cataclysm. So you know these words wear pain, confusion, and regret in order that I do not have to. I wrote these words before I got out of bed. I'm telling you that because truth cannot be contradicted once it is awakened. What there is and what there isn't don't matter. Not to say there's nothing, but to convey the harshness of the contradictions. Wilderness is in my naked dignity. This isn't art unless the more the poem is astounding, the more I beat my own death. What makes you listen to me balance the savage chemicals in my brain is not want. The longer I make this poem go on, the more I do this over and over and over and over, like it was the fucking first time, repetitively living these words out, the longer I live. My madness is a rigid cock, and I feel death's tongue running up and down it. My innocence is the ash heap of New York City's demolished, incinerated World Trade Towers, and I am not sure part of what I smell in its stench drowning Loisaida is what is left of my brother. When you hear these words, you hear my actual surviving. When you are listening to me, the sound you hear is me surviving right now. And the next poem is, like my body is emptiness, sound left, shadows of keys are ghosts from the insides of locks to 3,000 pulverized doors on blood. Fire washes its hands in. I could only feel this, not know the phantasms by their first names, as an ear swallows vibration with a dark tunnel. Because of this involuntary jigsaw skyline eclipse, I know I've been yelling in my sleep again. The yell wears a room the size of awakening, in whose corners my eyes disassemble each other. So now seeing is the sliding light does across the bridge between Z's of the word puzzle. Where else are there impossibles to misunderstand what cannot be if reaching back past start of my dream holsters for sky, empty morning into shifting feet of maybe this isn't? Around the corner of now drives a satisfaction whose windshield exploded from impact upon normality's three-legged dog. That is the sweeping a Samaritan swims between examples of caution each tire gets pushed out of as an accomplishment. Having no choice eats failure. I know I've been yelling in my sleep again because life is the entire waiting of an ocean whose clock left its socks underneath an amount of remembering. Even if changed, even if changed nothing after you said, okay, maybe, I would still hear back on the other side of last night how feeling rested can shut down like what just happened is the only known for sure, because I am certain, and certainty only lets a question be obsolete. Again, yelling in my sleep, I know is a forgotten, arrives like unwanted mail, just sits in the box, ignoring a machine does of what avoidance I practice, still is in any way that adds backwards to caring. My sleep wears my yelling, I think, like what cannot be known about the planet Pluto. Seeing is about as close to knowledge. Absolutely unreachable makes oh well about. While I slept, the wall heard my yelling, passed its emotional response into the stillness of the room, horse tales of the bicycle ridden by ambidextrous good, swish past spinal cord, played like a xylophone, sitting up straight is hinged to by I am sure. I know I've been yelling in my sleep again, because I just do. Something came out of me that used my throat without asking. Probably I was refusing to be evaluated again. And that is what which has saved me from never reaching this day without my beauty and caring. The next poem is: the first person to never harm another human being has not been born yet. That is where all loneliness comes from. The next poem is: the truth about dismembered body parts is they are not shocking and powerful, and could only be so for someone who has been lied to about how life is a safe place. And the last poem is: when I lost the ability to stand up, my body was being sympathetic to your pain, the quantity of which slaughtering apprehension exceeded my ability to count. Let me just say that one more time, because I'm not sure, writhing on the floor like you are, you can quite hear this whole thing. But when I lost my ability to stand up, my body was being sympathetic to your pain, the quality of which slaughtering apprehension exceeded my ability to count. You said maybe I should leave. And you were sorry for asking me to come over. But I did stand back up because your love for me was stronger than where I lost my body, and how you would not be here for much longer knocked me down.
Your love for me was stronger than my body. He said that. He said that. Catch your breath. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Paul Skip.
Your love of language, Your love of language, Skiff, is like, it's fucking impressive. How you juxtapose images with sounds, with colors, with emotions, like, and string them together wonderfully. It's like watching someone conduct a symphony with words, but you're doing it like effortlessly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paul, like, I mean, there were so many lines I liked. There were so many lines that blew me away, but I remember I wrote down, like, what did I write down? But then you just like you roll on stuff, like you just keep going. It's like I've said before, you hit another gear and you take a theme and you just like take it to the nth degree, and then you bring in the you like talking to the you, you know, and I love that. I love that feeling in poems because it's so intimate. It could be me, it could be some lover of yours, it doesn't matter, but it lets me into the intimacy. And I think that's part of how we all feel like really dedicated, and you let us in. You let your reader in every time. You know what I mean? Um, Unbelievable.
So the skiff verse is real, yo. And here's how the skiff verse works. Paul Skiff has had an intimate understanding of language since the Big Bang, and it created this other universe, which is the skiff verse. And when you invite us into the skiff verse, it's like atomizing us on a cellular level and then reinventing existence. So thank you for existing, my friend.
I'm in on that, Beowulf. I like it. Yeah.
Thank you all, Bear. Uh, praise
Yeah.
to your voice. I'm so glad you're here tonight.
Mm.
Thank you, everybody. Like I said, I feel it's a huge privilege to be here with you all. I know you can sense, and I know there are some of you in particular who can sense I was only able to do some of those poems because I've been embraced by you.
Oh, geez, Paul. You're gonna give us that kind of credit, bro? Like, what? You're too sweet, darling. Just own it. You're just good. You're just good. What
I'm
you
speaking to
do.
that place between waking up and going to sleep, you know, that dimension that you have to construct the words that they send to you. And I'm really, really glad for you being that designer, that creative. Thank you so much, Paul.
You know, it's in that space, right? That kind of 3 a.m., 4 a.m. space when the muses start speaking, when the muses start singing. And they come at different times for different folks, right? But I am so thankful to all of you for being awake when your muse speaks to you. Whatever time it speaks to you, however, whatever vehicle that it comes to you, I'm thankful that you've been awake, aware, and receptive to it. Jedi Master, you are a one of one. And how you not only critique your colleagues, not only how you receive the muse that you are given, but how you deliver the work that you receive is impeccable. I don't know how you do it. And I'm thankful I don't know how you do it because it is yours. You are a true Lois Sida, right? What they say, balls to bone. You speak the truth in a way that the truth is proud of. Right? You even said, when you hear my words, you hear my actual surviving. Comes through every time. Comes through every time. Right? The ambidextry is good. Right? You're amazing. No matter which hand you're writing your poems with, no matter which hemisphere your muse is writing from, you're pretty incredible, sir. And your critique is on point. And your colleagues look forward to hearing your critique. I can't thank you enough for doing what you do and continuing to be a mainstay. Listen, y'all, this cat has been rocking in the brick and mortar and online from the very beginning. Cannot thank you enough. Truly, truly appreciate you. So, and listen, we're gonna skip across a couple of things right here real quick, right? We're gonna go to Jersey. We're gonna go down to the Carolinas, and then we're gonna come back to New York real quick. Check it out. This sister right here, rocking her beautiful power fro at the moment. Yeah, I gotta call you out on it for sure. right? I saw her putting in some work. She was hosting a workshop, right? She comes through. She brings the energy. She brings the power. And she reminds me of a thunder lung that I know, right? Storm God's in the building. This artist is about to remind you of how beautiful Black poetry comes to you from a person who truly embraces who she truly is. I'm telling y'all, watch what I tell you. The one and only K, the poet, is in the building, y'all, all the way from Jersey. Let these folks know where they can find you. Always great to see you. Please, take it away.
Hey y'all, I haven't been here for a minute, and it's because I've been doing a lot. I've been at a lot of conferences, teaching. I just came from a creative writing workshop today in, I think I was in Manhattan in Harlem, I believe. So I've been doing a lot, and I have a lot coming up. I put my poetry page and my poetry organization, Halo Tree, in the chat. And I was contemplating which poem I'm gonna read. I know which one I'm gonna read this time, and I'm gonna read the next one next week. This one, I was teaching a workshop about protest poems, and my prompt was, what would the world look like? And I got mad at my own prompt. So I wrote a poem responding to my own prompt in an angry way. So it's called Stop Asking Me. I said stop asking me if my voice could change the world because honestly, if it could, a lot of Black women would be alive. A lot of Black men wouldn't have a jail bed. A lot of my queer siblings would have laws to protect them. Where's the reactions, you activists? Maybe my voice wasn't loud enough. Is this mic on? Can you hear me now? I said if my voice could change the world, a lot of Black women wouldn't be missing. A lot of Black men would be with their kids. A lot of my queer siblings wouldn't be your target practice. I know y'all heard me then. My voice was loud enough. You just don't see me enough to let this air move through my body so I can spit this poem for you. Then my chords start detaching one by one as I speak on oppression coming out of my throat, wrapping around my body until I have become stillborn. 24 years on this life gone, and that's what you want from me. You want the amp of my voice unplugged so I don't talk about Yemen, Sudan, Palestine, Congo, Black Americans, Native Americans, Hispanics, the disabled, the comfy socks, the girls, the gays, the days, the dems, the children, and everyone oppressed on the scene. For real, y'all. If my voice could change the world, Donald Trump would have never been president. Every Latin descent wouldn't be an illegal immigrant. Pedophilia and religion wouldn't mend, and the word no would have substance. Women could walk in the dark. The bear wouldn't be her first spark. Men wouldn't be the center at all, and that's what I want and some more. And sorry, my throat hurts from all this saving, but who saved me? Who saved me? Why isn't nobody answering? Who is saving me? Because I got racism, classism, sexism, colorism, classism, capitalism, homophobia around my throat like a 24-karat noose every time I choose to use my voice to expose the world who has done to those who manipulate folks into foes. I don't know what to do anymore. And I was alone writing this poem about how sorry, let me run that back. Every time I choose to use my voice to expose what the world has done to those who manipulate folks into foes, and I don't know what to do anymore. I was alone writing this poem about how my voice could change the world, and I was so mad because you can't comprehend if my voice can change this effed up world. I would be a virgin. Racism popped my cherry when I was 14. Capitalism been effing me since I was 16, and homophobia, well, she's been lurking in my bed since I was 10, so with all the isms and phobias creating me into an LLC, a business to keep me in check because I didn't want the IRS on my ish, and my transactions started dwindling. Voice became detrimental to their occupation. Poetic voice started disintegrating. Then I wrote this poem to hide my power between pages. For if you put it in a book, they won't know. So again, stop asking me if my voice could change the world. This poem wouldn't exist. That's a first draft, so I'm still rewriting that, but yeah. That's the poem. Yeah.
Stop it. You don't need a preface or an epilogue. Quit playing. Stop playing with them. Unmute yourself. Give it up for K, the poet.
Seemed like it's finished to me.
Yeah, it took the words
That's
out of
enough.
my
I'm
mouth.
so mad.
Stellar.
I gotta agree.
That's the definition of tight, you know. That is so tightly done. Easy to see why you're in demand all over the place, hey.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was beautiful. Don't ever bow down and keep your voice loud. You know, for
Yeah,
real.
that was blacktastic.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go, Bob.
From the elder statesman.
There you go.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Are you 24, sweetie?
I'm turning 24 in October. Yeah.
Jeez, and you're writing like that at 24.
Well,
Yeah.
so in this life, you're 24.
Yeah.
In this life.
That part,
Obvious,
yeah.
you have been here a few.
But hey, does your age have to do anything with like with the 24 karat news?
Yeah.
I thought so. I like that. I like
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. Right. I like that. That's dope.
Thank you. Yeah, I've been writing since I was 11, so yeah.
Yeah,
You got a few tricks up your sleeve.
Yeah, we are so grateful you made it back here, and please, you know,
Yeah, my family
make
had to.
yeah, make sure to get back when you can.
Yeah, come back because we need more feminist power in here. And I bet you're sick of people telling you like you're an old soul or you're wise beyond your words or shit like that. Like I
I
mean,
get called auntie, and I'm only 24. I get called auntie. It's crazy. Yeah.
but I mean, I get that you want to brush that up. I get that you want to brush up that delivery, but like I was really tight, girl. Like that was.
We're always our worst critics. We're always our worst critics.
No.
You know.
She's got this.
Well,
But if
something Elizabeth.
if you feel better brushing it up, then brush it up. Just brush it up for you. Don't brush it up for us. Brush it up for you if that's what makes you feel better. You know.
Yeah, I want to fix on my delivery. Like I knew how I wanted to do it, but then I just started getting twisted over my own work.
No, baby, no. I wasn't
It was
criticizing
beautiful.
at all.
It
was beautiful.
Listen, I'm gonna drop the bomb on her, y'all. Jedi Master.
Oh, I was just going to say what Elizabeth said was really to the point and important because this place has had some history of a struggle getting populated by enough women's voices. So it's really important for us to have you be here and keep coming here because it's the motto of the cafe, which is on its website, is a quote from Allen Ginsberg. One of the models is one of the most diverse places in the world. And it means diversity in every type of diversity. And we need to make sure there's this balance here between, gender of every description. So what Elizabeth was
all the
pointing out.
fluidity, all of everything. I mean,
Yeah. So,
everything.
So we need your energy here for that reason too.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
So, and I mentioned the storm goddess in this case, but and the folks, when I do this, the folks who have been rocking with us for a while are very familiar with this artist. Shout out the Thunder Lung. You know who you sound like. You know who you need to study. You know who I need to put you in contact with. This one right here. See this name? This is the original Thunder Lung. Her name's Ray Jane. Storm God's in the building. This right here, power fro and all, conduit. I'm telling you, yes, art defined. Make sure you plug in, I believe, every other week. Hit her up, Maddie, for real. Listen, you sound like you could benefit from a mentorship from the Storm Goddess. Trust and believe, okay? Because you are there already. If you mess around with this one, you're going to be a problem. Not that you already aren't. Not that you already aren't, all right? Because your level of fearlessness is coming through with every syllable. It really is. And then just the bravado of what you said, stop asking me, right? If my voice could change the world, it's not an if, it's a when, right? 24 karat noose. Whew. Racism popped my cherry when I was 14. Like, stop the madness, okay? Just stop it. But keep going. They're afraid of you. They don't want you to keep going. But I need you to keep going, all right? It's work. That's work. Make sure you come back. Make sure you keep bringing that heat. It's work. All right, let's keep it going, y'all. The time is pushing. I'm telling you. I be doing my best, y'all. For real. I be trying to keep the time tight, but y'all just so ridiculously incredible. Coming up next, Caroline in the building. Another one of my favorite artists, right? I've heard this dude do some things with the keys that some of you may not even know. This dude has that kind of skill. Beyond being our resident travel agent with his micro triptychs, he will dazzle your senses with his musicality. But tonight, he's going to hit you with his poetry. The one and only Nemo Soom is in the building. Come on, man. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is truly always great to see you, Nemo. Please, take it away.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It is an honor to share space with everybody tonight. Okay. What would you ask the dead? The ball cap turned to its side looks a little like how Ja wears his caps. The cap itself is more like what Jim wears, though I haven't seen that color on his head. Jim would never smoke a cigar. I haven't smoked in years. The valet is enjoying a cigarette in between helping old folks into wheelchairs. The parking spaces here are large enough for my car. I'm trying to remember what the doctor told me about the procedure that made my memory all fucked up. He told me why the whole thing went sideways, and he was actually apologetic, but I can't remember what he said. I haven't seen him since that day. That would have been a few weeks after the procedure that fucked up my memory. Not sure what year that was. Someone asked me what happened, and I couldn't tell them I forgot. A man yelling at a woman behind a desk. Another man loudly shaking his head, but not yelling at a woman behind a desk. A woman behind a desk looking like she does this every single fucking day. A nurse who never made eye contact but held my wrist. Or maybe I never looked at her. A doctor who wanted my blood and had the nurse walk me to the lab. I think he was rightfully afraid that I wouldn't make it there on my own. I'm terrified of needles. A 76-year-old woman who got married last year and has trouble remembering her new name. I imagine sitting at a computer that can answer any question I ask it. And the cursor is blinking, and time is passing by, and the cursor is blinking, and I can't think of a question to ask, and the cursor is blinking. He has so much potential. If only he would apply himself, didn't read enough, didn't study enough, went outside instead of doing homework, spent time with life and trees and friends and endless bicycle rides. My father left when I was 17 and broke my heart. I loved him with everything I had to give. When I felt him pull away, I tried harder to show him that I was worth keeping. He sat in the corner in one dream and didn't say anything. He was just present. And I think that's the one that got me. That's when his presence really started to bother me. You'd remember if you wanted to. God damn. My grandfather sat next to me as we drove him to the bank. He wanted to tell me something so badly, but he didn't. I wonder if he didn't have the words or the courage. Is that harsh? If I could speak to him again, I'd ask him if he healed. Could he heal? Did he ever escape from the chair in the front room where he waited for his mother to come back? Can my memory heal? Can I?
Gorilla Poets in the building. This dude's incredible, man. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Nemo.
Hey, Nemo.
Beautiful.
Hey, Nemo.
I heard your name backwards is Omen. I heard your name backwards is Omen. Get Omen.
The last line was so eloquent.
The whole thing was eloquent.
Right?
Thank you.
Real talk.
I thought that was really some very hardcore pain. Just, I mean, that hurt. It hurt me. I was sitting here just kind of like, Jesus Christ, like, is he all right? You know, so I'm sending you love. And I think that was some really hard shit to read. And we got you, right? We got him.
Sure. Definitely.
Sure.
Yeah, that was some vulnerability right there, brother. That
Yeah.
was some real shit. And really appreciate you putting it out there so, you know, we can identify, you know, with it. Because I'm sure a lot of people in here identify with that. I know I did. So I appreciate you.
Yeah, this line really struck me in particular. He sat in the corner of one dream and didn't say anything.
Yes.
Right.
You know, I think I'm gonna see you in that dream sometime soon, Nemo.
Yeah, it's
Maybe
fucking
think your dad
brutal.
was a Marine.
Yo, you see what happens? You see what happens when you're honest? You see what happens when you're truly authentic with not only yourself, but with your poetry? Right? And then you share it from a very real place, right? It's not just me, right? I know, I get geeked out, right? I know, but you hear your colleagues tell you how much your artwork means, right? I'm familiar a little bit with your story and how absolutely honest you are with your poetry. And your colleagues just let you know it's not a surface level thing. They can feel that you're not wearing it like you're wearing your Gorilla Poet shirt, right? More so like the skin that you're wrapped in. It's amazing work. And I know it's not easy. I know it's not easy to share those things. I know it's not easy to write those things, but your fearlessness is on display and it's felt. And as your colleague said, we got you. Thank you, Nemo. Thank you for doing what you do and being honest with your work and sharing it with us. We appreciate you. All right. Closing out the guaranteed list this evening. Listen, if y'all saw the lineup that this incredible artist was involved with, you would probably be shocked, awestruck, as I usually am when he comes to the microphone. Peace to the gods for their knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. One of my spiritual advisors, he continues to come and teach me something every time he comes to the microphone. Every time he comes to the microphone. Tonight will be no different, I'm pretty sure. The one and only Baba Ngoma is in the building. Come on, God, let these folks know where they can find you. Always great to see you. So glad you made it. Please, take it away.
What's up, y'all? You know where you can find me right here on Thursdays. I'm glad I was able to finally get on the list. I was just on the road up in Washington D.C. We did a tribute to Malcolm X, and I had like people on it like Tony Blackman, Sharif Simmons, Jay Ivy, Kalanji Changa, Yex, Georgia Meade, Ethan Thomas, and more. So it was a grind. Sonny Patterson. I didn't know I was gonna get back in time, but yo, I'm here. So this is the 100th anniversary of Malcolm X. So what we were doing was a tribute to Malcolm X. So I'm like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this little thing here. If they come for me in the morning, they'll come for you at noon. Listen to what I'm saying, yeah. It may be coming soon. There are many pages missing from the books of history. Blood is the price of freedom, yeah. It's no mystery why our prophets disappear. Why was our black prince shot down in his prime? What about the dream of freedom, yeah, that he left behind? Will we learn the lessons Malcolm taught? Will we join the battle that he so bravely fought? Malcolm lives in the people's struggle. His spirit is alive. Malcolm lives in the people's struggle. He will never die. Democracy teeter-totters on the precipice of our discontent. Put through the microscope of integrity, coming up deficient of honesty. As the college elects to misrepresent those crying out for proof that the so-called Constitution is constitutional. Not just archaic babble left over from centuries past, guarded by laughing gargoyles on the steps of justice. Apathy is the aching tooth of Dracula, fangs dripping Middle Eastern oil. As Fat Sam needs the colonic, 500 years of lies backed up in his constitution. Constituents tired of being pregnant with hope seek out abortions, feeling voting has no purpose in this hypocrisy, where the two-headed coin has two bad sides and anywhere it falls, oppression rules. Martial law, hiding in the shadows, waiting for the eagle to fall. Conspiracy theories ignored, while those who disorder the new world wait for its deliverance to the gates of hell. Why was our black prince shot down in his prime? What about the dream of freedom that he left behind? Will we learn the lessons Malcolm taught? Will we join the battle he so bravely fought? Malcolm lives in the people's struggle. His spirit is alive. Malcolm lives in the people's struggle. He will never die. Well, if they come for me in the morning, they'll come for you at noon. Listen to what I'm saying. They may be coming soon. There are many pages missing in the books of history. Blood is the price of freedom. It's no mystery why our prophets disappear. Yeah, Malcolm lives.
Oh, don't get me started. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Baba Ngoma.
Man, that was beautiful, bro. That was beautiful.
Yeah, ovation, ovation.
Yeah,
I
had
can
me
only imagine that event you were at must have been a real rocket blast off.
Yeah, it was.
really had
And
me.
you,
My fault. Go ahead, Paul.
no, I was just gonna say, don't have to say it really. Look what they did to Roz, in the
Yeah,
past few days.
yeah.
Yeah,
Crazy.
really had me regretting the fact that I didn't have any money saved up for this Kingston, Jamaica trip for the dub poem celebration for Malcolm X on the 18th of this month. I was invited down there and to perform, but I just don't have the money to get down there. And that's gonna be fucking beautiful. It's gonna be a fucking beautiful event, man. Great job, man. I always love hearing you, Baba. I really do.
Thank you.
This was like when, Baba? Like yesterday, right? When was the performance? Yesterday, a couple days
Last
ago?
night.
Last night, and you're here. Like, hell yeah, hell yeah. Hell
Still
yeah.
riding off the energy. Shit.
Right. Art don't sleep, right? Right?
Yeah.
Like
Not after a performance like that. You can't go to sleep after a max performance. Come on.
I can go to sleep. I'm exhausted.
of course, of course, of course. Listen,
Literally just got back.
and this is why y'all saw me with these two pieces of literature in my screen, right? Shout out the Last Poets, shout out Abi Odun, shout out Alex Haley, right? And El Haj Malik El Shabazz for all the things they have contributed to our freedom, our struggle in this country of such an oppressive force. But let me tell you, when you have a voice like yours and you continue to keep the spirit of Brother Malcolm alive and moving and well, the heartbeat of that struggle living. See, that's when America realizes they have a problem. Because they have to deal with me. What you do and how you do it is so very inspiring. You really speak. You really embody that time, that energy, right? The way that you drum, the way that the energy, right? The melody that you bring about. It's infectious. And you captivate all of your audiences with what you do and how you do it. You truly invoke the ancestors, right? And I believe that they all come and smile and dance with you in your lyrics, in your verses. Thank you for sharing that with us. Thank you for bringing that energy to us. It's priceless. Truly, I can't thank you enough for that. It really is magnificent. Thank you. Thank you. I know you're mad tired. So check out. Get some rest, God. For real. For real. Check out. All right. Shout out. I wanted to say real quick, shout out Coach Josh Smalls. I know Nemo Soon mentioned him, right? For the twisted cap. Appreciate that for real. And listen, here we are again, 2.5 hours in, right? And I think we have 6 on the good luck round. And we've been talking about this, folks, with this timing, right? Me and the squad have been trying to deal with some things. But real quick, I want to shout out Ike Walls again. See what you did, Ike? See what you did by breaking the fuck barrier? You fucking man. You fucking dude. Appreciate you, man. All right. So, we've got some pretty incredible people on this good luck round. I mean, seriously. If you're not familiar with these folks, batten down the hatches, put on your seat belts and buckle up, buttercups, because the shit's about to get real. Not that it's already hasn't been real, but it's gonna get real. You heard me talk about this cat from the jump. He is our tech assistant, but he's also a pretty fucking phenomenal poet. Really. Shout out Storm Lake in the building. This dude has got a set of lungs that the Terminator would probably be jealous of. This dude is a marathon and a half waiting to happen. Trust and believe. I love this dude because his work is so very real. It's so very energetic. And you're about to see why. And I know he's only gotten fucking better. I'm excited, y'all. I'm excited. The one and only May-15 Keen is in the building. Come on, Matty. Let these folks know what it really is, man. Take it away.
Hi, guys. I'm Matthew. Oh, maybe I can't. Let me pin myself. Here we go. Matthew, I wasn't actually gonna do anything very big at all. So, yeah. Anyways, you can follow me everywhere except just not home. That'd be really weird. Unless you get the invite. Yeah, I'll do a poem. So one of our program manager, Cap, Claudia, Cap, she had a workshop with New York Poetry Society here just earlier this week, question mark, last week, question mark, don't remember. The days all blur together. So I did her workshop and I wrote a poem from it. And I think it was Tuesday. I haven't read it since. And I haven't looked at it since. So new shit. I can see the water in the crinkles of my dad's smile when he laughs. His diaphragm drumming echoes somewhere between freight train rattled house and a tractor's yawning. This corn kernel laughter blooms in rotation between jokes that would have made sense if planted in soil that bore him, to just so sour that my face puckers in an attempt to deny him the satisfaction. My father never told me to spill my dimpled buckets that kiss my face. As a child, they were filled to the brim with the oceans he brought across them. But as my roots have grown and his husk dries with age, our water turns fresh, our water turns still. For once, I can glimpse my smile in the reflection of his. It's my poem. Anyways, you can find me at the New York Poets Cafe, anything doing. Sometimes I'm hosting, sometimes I'm doing tech, sometimes I'm doing programs. Really depends on the day. Follow me on Instagram. I'm always doing stuff. I'll probably have like workshops happening. I'm around. I'm in Jersey. You know, I'm on New York Energy. More. Paul Skip says more. You know what? I'm gonna leave it. I want everyone else to have more time because I have plenty of time to speak on mics. Thank y'all.
This cat said, follow me everywhere, but just don't follow me home because that would be weird. Unmute yourself. Give it up for May-15 Keen.
Man, stop teasing. Get back on that mic.
I'm gonna steal that. Follow me home comment. I'm letting you know that. I'm gonna steal it. It's done. It's done.
Yeah, it sure did result in just the opposite as soon as you read it at a live reading. Of course, then that may just give you another poem to write.
Maybe.
That part. Yeah, that part.
Skip and Elemen2al, I think, are the only two here who've seen me live, or Ron too. Seen me live and like go in for it. I'm like in because I like doing the slam scene sometimes.
Stop teasing us, man. Stop teasing us.
Listen.
You're afraid we're gonna follow you home, huh?
Time back to the mic, you know. No, you never know.
They will follow you home if you know what Matty can really do. And listen,
your poetry.
Listen, this dude is so very serious with it. Like seriously. Matty and I have known each other for a few years now, right? We've had some very, very serious conversations, right? This guy is absolutely real. about what he says, about what he does, and how he does it. And you know I gotta shout you out, Maddie. I know you may not want to humble brag about it. But this cat is one of the only folks in the country that was accepted to Rutgers MFA program, right? He's gonna be doing the damn thing. Proud of this dude, man. For real. Seriously proud of this dude, man. He's serious about it, y'all. He's not one of those fly-by-night kind of cats, right? He's absolutely serious with it. And I'm thankful. I'm thankful that the next generation of poets is gonna learn from this dude. I'm serious. And he's just been learning from some of the heavyweight cats in the world right now. You know what I'm saying? He's been learning and watching and soaking up game, and watch when his students come through, y'all gonna have a fucking problem. Shout out Ike Waltz. Y'all gonna have a fucking problem. Because Maddie's a fucking problem. Filled with the oceans he brought across them. Listen, y'all know he's a published author. Guanaco Beans. Did y'all know that? Make sure you plug in with this dude. Serious. He's a monster. Shout out Storm Lake. Matty Ice in the building. Appreciate you, man. For real. That's my dude, man. For real. Appreciate you. All right. Coming up next. Another one of my favorite people in the world. Seriously. I don't give a damn where you go back to the future. It's one of my favorite people in the world, man. Shout out the educators in the building, passionate educators who absolutely care about what they teach, absolutely care about their students, absolutely care about their heritage, their culture, their being, their poetry. When you start talking about poetry save lives, this cat's fucking picture is in the dictionary. The one and only Oso Lobo, aka propaganda poet, is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you, man. It's been too damn long, Brock. Come on, man. Take it away.
Okay, I'll try to go quick because I know it's late and we're out of time. Real quick, very special shout out to all of my New York peeps. Nixon 6, yeah! Okay, so I had to get that out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give you a micro poem, and then I'm going to give you a not so micro poem. So here we go. First, two things that we have to remember right now that are like hella important. Number one, when the death of truth is the ultimate victory for evil. And number two, rebellions are built on hope. So when the for-profit faux prophet demands you kiss his rings, choke him with his brosary beads and see what that brings. And so now a quick commercial. I'm very, very proud to announce the link is there in the chat. Poppies for Palestine has just been released. It's available on Amazon. It's a collection of poetry. I'm in there. Thomas Fucaloro is in there. We got a bunch of amazing poets in there. All the proceeds go to Grassroots Gaza, which is on the ground, feeding, clothing. And here's the bottom line, y'all. I don't care what the fight's about. If you're on the side that's willingly starving children, you're on the wrong fucking side. Period. End of story. So this is the piece that I have that's in this anthology. Please buy this anthology. It's really important. Ode to Palestine. I get so very tired of trying to explain anti-Zionism is not anti-Semitism, and I should know I'm a Jew. Apparently, at least that's what they tell me. And by they, I'm referring to my mother's side of the family that repeatedly attempted to jackhammer into me that I should just follow along blindly. Supposedly, it's the blood that binds me to these self-proclaimed chosen people who choose to enact human rights atrocities with a similar fervent velocity of a certain master race. Now, let's face it, that feels like the epitome of hypocrisy. I'm a Jew, apparently. At least that's what they tell me. And by they, I'm referring to an entire community who entirely turned their backs on me when I chose not to buy into their particular vision of idiocracy, the openly dangerous hive mentality that has led us to slaughtered children, murdered families, Zionistic manifested destinies, all haunted with the echoes of Third Reich philosophies. Why in the fuck would I ever willingly choose that life for me? But I'm a Jew, apparently. At least that's what they tell me. And by they, I'm referring to religious zealotry that incessantly attempts to dictate and define my destiny based on bonds that are really quite imaginary, claiming it's all written in my blood, thusly telling me that I have no choice but to belong. So just follow along. Well, I have a reality clash for these chosen people, and that reality is that, yes, we may have bled oceans of red, but those very same oceans now flood our streets as you continue to choose to repeat the sins from your own past. You choose to desecrate these holy lands with the fallen bodies of your fellow man, and because we choose to take a stand, somehow we're the ones who are radicalized because we recognize you normalizing your war crimes. Well, I suppose it is easier to cast stones than it is to atone for your own damned reflections. I'm a Jew, apparently. At least that's what they tell me. But now I have something to tell them. You are not my chosen people. I choose to refuse. I will never be willingly blind, being led by the blind, only to find that I'm getting lost in all the truths that you continually deny. No, I choose to see through your lies. I choose to open my eyes. And I'm going to end with a quick haiku. Ponder this pronoun. God identifies as we. Act accordingly. Peace, love, and poetry, y'all. Thank you so much for being alive. Thank you so much for being in this universe. Thank you so much for keeping each other alive. That's the real work. Thank you for encouraging my behavior.
We will always encourage your behavior, sir. You know that. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Oso Lobo.
Oh, so lobo.
Yeah, wow.
So lobo. I love that.
Hey, Beowulf, I was just messaging you in the chat, private chat. But I'll tell you right now, I got a guy in Chicago that is biracial. He's black and Jewish. He's got a piece called "Am I a Jew?" And I would love for you to hook up with him. Dude is crazy talented and theatrical with this shit. Like, for real, hit me up and we friends on.
Yeah, prop. We need, you need to make that connect, prop. Hit our inspiration.
So one more time, the link is in the chat. The anthology is called Poppies for Palestine. Thomas Fucaloro is also in it. A few other amazing poets, and it's for a good cause. To,
shout out Great Weather for Media.
Feed
Indeed.
children.
Right.
I just want to say, I wrote like a Free Palestine poem, and I've been so scared to perform it because a lot of my friends have been like not able to go to certain schools and stuff because of their stance and because of them speaking on it. So it kind of just made me be like, fuck it, I'm gonna
Good.
Why would you want to go there
Like,
anyways? Like, honestly, why would you
I
want to go there?
appreciate that because I was scared at first because I'm not coming from a space of hate. It's more so of humanity. And
I do have to openly admit that I do have the privilege of living in California and in Southern California, and I'm pretty shielded and protected right now. So I do understand that privilege, which is why the fuck I'm using it. So, like, if there's a point where you feel unsafe, that doesn't further the resistance, right? So, like, that's the important thing about resistance. AJ Houston, actually, this is beautiful the way he put it. Watch the end of a movie. Look at how many people it took to make that movie happen, even down to like the assistant grip or the janitor who cleaned up afterwards. They were all part of that movie, and so you just got to understand your role in what the resistance is. And if that moment it's not safe to be that role, then don't do it. Do other things like what you're doing with your workshops. You're doing your part. Right.
But
And we all
what's
have to do our
important
part.
is that, like, she's saying, like, watching you and listening to you is giving her power to feel able, you know? And so that's like the youth watching us elderly folks, you know, I mean, I say I'm joking, it's funny. But I think, you know, I think that's amazing. And I think that's something that this space does. I mean, there are elders here who I look up to so much. And, you know, if Kayla, if you feel safer by seeing that, then that's awesome. That's the whole point, you know?
And you're getting beyond your fear by speaking it out, you know, here and everywhere else. You mention it and you know the fear is what they want you to feel. And it's one thing to feel fear and another thing to be cautious about a situation that's not safe.
Right.
And, you know, the
Sure.
fear is an emotion that clouds your ability to think clearly. So, you know, that's just what you have to set aside and then do your assessment. How safe is this? But you're already beating the fear just by talking about it.
But
Kayla,
this is a
Kayla,
safe
are
space.
you worried about getting like kicked out of school or anything like that? You know, if you speak up or
I so I was the president of my Black Student Union back at John Jay, and we did a solidarity event with SJP, Students for Justice for Palestine. And my e-board got death threats from a lot of people just for us doing an event
Yeah.
just to talk about
Yeah.
what was going on.
Right.
So it's things like that. I've been to protests, like I've performed the poem before, but I covered my whole face.
Kayla, hit me
Like
up as well
Smart.
because
Good
I got a
move.
connection for you as well. Uh, my mentor did a feature for a Palestine event. It was very strong. Sometimes you have to feed in to other people. You have to feed your voice into other people that have the protection, you know, to raise their voice for other people. You know what I'm saying? Because that should have been going on forever. You
Yeah.
know, the intimidation, you know, expulsion, you know, and arrest and stuff of that nature. You know, when people get too powerful, you know, the government, you know, and the authorities find a way to try to shut your voice down. But it's more important that you keep your voice alive through the people that have, you know, the access, you know, to those you know, to those platforms. Be behind the scenes. Be behind the scenes because your voice is powerful. It don't your face and your name doesn't have to be attached to it, you know, in a public forum, you know, but your voice can be demonstrated through another, you know, another voice that will, you know, go ahead and credit you back, you know, and the streets and the cause will know that it comes from you. You know what I mean?
We're
Great point.
all in this together.
Right. That part. We're all in
Yes,
this
right.
together.
And listen, I was a part of a Black student union at one point in time that did exactly that as well, right? And one of my ideas was to simply use caution tape, right? To put caution tape around what you're doing to keep the audience at a certain safe distance for the performers, right? I love the mask idea, right? You could even use an upside down flag, right? And some people may be upset with that, right? But it's a sign of distress, right? Um, so I dig it. Like seriously, you got to really do it. And you see what you do, Prop? As a true educator, you inspire people. You see what you do, right? This is what true educators do, right? You inspire through your fearlessness, right? You're an educator, apparently. At least that's what people tell you. Right? At least that's what your students tell you. You know, and now you have something to tell them. Because you've always chosen to keep your eyes open, Prop. As long as I've known this dude, his eyes have always been open. Right? And you see how you inspire? You see how you inspire? Like, and your eyes are barely even seen. We can barely even see your eyes down here like this, man. But you see how you inspire with your vision? Thank you for that, man. Thank you for that, man. Coast to coast. This is what we do, folks. Worldwide. This is what we do. Greatest community in the world, folks. Prove me wrong. I doubt it. I doubt it. Thank you. Y'all are amazing, right? So we're gonna let these three. See, I'm telling y'all I try my hardest not to get to these hours. I really do, but it's the late night be creeping up on us, right? I know Ike is about to check out very soon. Appreciate you, Ike, for demolishing the fuck barrier this evening. You are a rabble rouser, sir. I promise you. This is gonna be one for the record books. I promise you, man. For real. For real. Shout out Steve Romanow for coming in the building, man. 3 artists left. There's so many things I can say about this cat, and I know it's mad late, right? So I know, I have to be very careful about how he's gonna do what he does, right? Because his neighbors be fucking tripping. But he is a problem in the best of ways, right? In the worst of ways for his enemies, but he is a problem in the best of ways in the annuals of poetry. Whether you're Back to the Future or you're coming into this timeline, he's a problem. Poet laureate of future, razor blade that razor blades sharpen themselves with and then shave with. Shout out the vets in the building, Semper Fi. The one and only CP May is in the building, y'all. Come on, man. You know already all the way what it is, folks. Outlaw. Take it away.
Hey, everybody. CP Mays, spelled one word, IG or Facebook. I know we're trying to save time, so let me jump into this. I love y'all. I mean it. It's been a powerful night. Okay. The writing prompt, I text someone like 2 or 3 o'clock one morning from Texas, poet I know from the Carolinas, was like, hey, write a Valentine's Day poem. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to do it the way I do it, though. So this is called Grim Love. It's for Valentine's Day. She tried to convince me that outlaws die alone. Tried to convince me that cars were better than hotels. Tried to blow job my trick candle and failed miserably. She felt as if she had a body that angels in heaven would go window shopping for. Felt as if her heart spoke, fuck, why won't you just love me? And why won't you just fuck me way too fluidly? Felt as if Christmas and Easter Sunday church services were just religious porno for frugal people who desperately needed to believe in second comings. She needed a smile that wouldn't crack under pressure. She needed that garter belt she hung her virginity from. She needed to know what I knew she didn't know already. The coffin between her legs where men would go to die. Her avalanche orgasms left lingerie sweat inside the corners of my mouth for safekeeping. Sensuous liquid sea foam lather, skin slide and leg whisper. Filthy throat swallowed her sexy seizure mist and ambrosia huss until her hip bone bumped the halo from my head. By accident, kiss me like a busted condom maze, so I won't forget you. Cardiac arrest me so I can stop pressing charges against myself. Tell your heart unsleeve. I wear mine under my skirt's tail. I know it hurts that my lonely says fuck yeah, it does. Tell it takes time to heal all wounds. To pay me no never mind. Tell pay me no never mind that the love of Jesus
Jesus already does. As a matter of fact, call God and ask him if he answers voicemails. Ask him if I'm made in his image, then he must be an attention whore. Ask him if he loves me, then why won't he just say it to my face? I don't understand. The only time I feel God is in morning after pills and generic birth control tests that pop negative. I don't understand why the only thing that the book of Revelation proves is that Jesus is a love junkie throwing temper tantrums. If you don't love him back, I don't understand why I was body, mind, soul blessed with beautiful, but why men only ask questions when conversing with me. I'm not a blasphemer, Mace. I'm just a rhetorical question in need of actual answers, like if love dies in the forest and no one's around to hear it, does heartbreak sound like a broken smile saying, bartender, bring me another apple martini with a cheap shot of whiskey in it, and you keep them coming? I may be just a grim love to you, Maze, but I got a body that lonely one night standing angels in heaven whisper hallelujah for, my dearest grim love. Maybe cars are better than hotels. Maybe outlaws like me are destined to die alone. Maybe if you didn't try to blow job my trick candle, maybe if you didn't fail so miserably, your low self-esteem, Valentine's Day, would actually receive a standing ovation from me. Poem.
No, that's not a poem, sir. That's something very, very much more. Damn it. Unmute yourself. Give it up for CP.
I fucking love it.
Man.
All I'm gonna say, this is all I gotta say really quick. You're such a fucking Marine.
You have no idea.
Until they bury me.
I swear right hand to God.
You have no idea.
Until they bury
God
me.
damn. Bless you.
Thank you.
That's all I got to say.
Happy fucking Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
Hold on. I'm coming back, Jedi Master. Please. Of course, please.
Oh no, I was just gonna make an offhand comment. That definitely wouldn't fit on a Valentine's Day card.
And if it did, it would probably be in the shape of this. Maze, listen, I've told you what it is. Hashtag mouth of a Marine, hashtag mouth of a monster, hashtag super simplify, hashtag train wreck. So many things. This guy said, tried to blow job my trick candle. The coffin between her legs where men go to die. Kiss me like a busted condom, Maze. This fucking guy. Call God. Ask him if he answers voicemails. Jesus is a love junkie. Does heartbeat sound like a broken whisper? I'm starting to question if God is more angry with you or more happy that he got you on his side. You're like Spawn, right? You're like Spawn, like when the clown is talking to Spawn, right? Because he became one of Hell's Knights, and he's asking the clown. He's like, why did you? He's like, well, if we didn't, then the other side would have. Because you're a general, whether you're in Hell's army or in heaven's angelic beings. You're a problem on both sides of the gates. Yeah, appreciate you, man. He's a problem in every language, on every end of the spectrum. Appreciate you. 2 more artists. I'm telling you, I be trying hard. I be trying. Listen, we gonna possibly try to change some things up, right? Because this 3-hour stuff, I'm here for it. Clearly, Maddie's here for it. But yo, it's a lot. It's a lot, right? But I always make sure that I make space for all of you, for this greatest community in the world, to make sure that the world hears what poets truly feel about what's going on, right? The true essence of the heartbeat of poetry, right? And that's why we're here. Coming up next, this cat, listen, and I love artists who make room for other artists. And this is one of those cats, AKA a poet's poet. This cat puts on Poetic Church every Sunday. The one and only Nishar and the Dawn is in the building, y'all. Let these folks know where they can find you, man. Always great to see you. Come on, man. Take it away.
Okay, number one. I no longer call it the Poetic Church. Because I had a discussion with a couple of people. We've changed the name from Poetic Church to Poetic Sunday Vibes. Still at 9:30 in the morning, but we're not calling it church. We're calling it Poetic Sunday Vibes. And also, I'm doing a mic on Monday nights, once again at 11:20 at night, called Smoking Words. That's on Monday nights on Live Session Open Platform VSOP. Poetic Sunday Vibe is on the Chanda Don page on Instagram. Now, the piece I'm doing tonight, it's a personal piece because I have issues. My issue is that I have a dependency. Okay, so I wrote about my dependency. It's called When I Imbibe, aka Ode to Ganja. Second. We be talking flowers, we be talking flowers every day, every day. We be talking flowers, we be talking flowers every day, every day. We imbibe those trees, Mary Jane leaves, with or without seeds, it's only weed. We be taking that puff of that good old stuff, cloth in his rough eyes said enough. Happy, horny, hungry, sleepy, the feelings that you get. Loud takes that weepy feelings away, you can bet. Better feeling than being under the drink. Still have your motor functions and you can think. Never wake up next to an ugly duckling from inebriated drink fucking. Overly cautious, sometimes you feel if you can't handle Mary Jane for real, you may know her by one of her many names, but she's still marijuana, just the same. Rope, ganja, dope, bud, Buddha blessings, grass, hash, flowers, the flower power, medicine, the wind, indica, sativa, zydeco. The varying strains under separate classifications, they get their names like sour diesel, that gas or blast. Black diesel, mellowed, easy high. Gorilla glue, that super sticky, icky will do. Wedding cake, birthday cake. Still names of weed, but it's you who's getting baked. Kush, yeah, Kush. Kush has so many first names to differentiate the strains like Platinum Kush, OG Kush, Purple Kush, and my favorite, Purple Granddaddy Kush. Pineapple Express relieves the stress, and these are just some of the indica names. See, for me, weed relaxes my spirit and psyche, so I can verbally release the beast that knocks on me. To be the most honest me. See, when I imbibe, I write the fantastical whims of my mind. Weed is a natural truth serum for me. With it, I tell no lies. Some people don't appreciate my ganja smell, the redness of my eyes. But when I'm high on weed, I overcome my shy feelings. I dream beyond the ceiling of blue skies. I dream deeper than space-time. Transform my mind over matter to the land where dreams come true. My weed doesn't control, nor does it make me lose control. It's my mental awareness meds. I tote sativa for my head. Brings me a voice and choice to use it in a wise and sharper manner. Sometimes it makes me feel like I'm ready to sing some old kind of Negro spiritual, but with weed is the verse, you know. It connects me in a spiritual way. I reap its benefits. Many songs have been written about ganja, such like the Jamaican island sounds of Peter Tosh's legalize it, or to down, all the way down to Rick James singing Mary Jane, Mary Jane. But I like to bring it down my own Negro spiritual way. We be talking flowers, we be talking flowers every day. Every day. We be talking flowers. We be talking flowers every day. Every day. So I chill in the dark with reggae sounds vibrating through me while talking on these flowers. Jah, please bless me, my tea, and my ganja weed. And that's that piece. I'm sorry. That's about the. Oh, wait, sorry.
I mean, listen. When you start talking about the essence, shit gets very real, y'all. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Sean the Dawn.
Man, I loved it, man. I loved it.
Well, you know, when somebody's talking with historical authority about cannabis, when they mention the word seeds.
That part.
You dated yourself. That was really wonderful. I liked, or really, again, enjoy your delivery and how the different ways you use your voice. And that was a really nice kind of slow two-step shuffle beat. What do you use to, how do you compose those tracks? Do you use a software?
I'm using my MIDI keyboard and GarageBand. I plug in all my beats, write up all the music on the MIDI keyboard, and record it, and then send it to Apple Music so that it plays out without a problem.
Oh, cool.
Very nice. Listen, anytime that you start talking about, something very natural, like something that was put here, by the Most High to enlighten us, right? It's controversial. Honestly, it's controversial, right? Because some people partake in it. Some people partake in it in different ways, whether it's the devil's lettuce or, Rick James and them. You know what I mean? Puff the Magic Dragon, if you will. um, it's still another level, right? If you are familiar with Rastafari, they believe it gets them closer to Jah, aka God, right? And it puts them on a different spiritual plane, right? Some people believe that it's just, an intoxication, right? Some people believe it's a gateway drug, right? Some people look at it as a very powerful intoxicant, right? But for those who partake of this natural seed, right, it is not that. Now, do people graduate from that? Absolutely. Absolutely. And people go beyond that because they are searching for something more, right? But usually the people who partake of the flower find themselves gardeners. Do they not? Find themselves gardeners. Thank you for doing what you do and setting it to music, right? I believe, to quote Mary Poppins, I believe music is the spoonful of sugar to help the medicine go down. No matter what it is, it helps the medicine go down. Thank you for doing what you do and sharing it with us. I love the alteration of your space, right? You chose not to call it this, but you're calling it that. I love the alteration, right? So it doesn't necessarily align you with any religious aspects or religious sects. It keeps you on your own, right? It keeps you focused on the spirituality, not the religiosity of what people may believe when you use that word. Excellent choice. Appreciate you, truly. We're going to end the night with the captain of the street team who is draped up and dripped out this evening. He is swagged out this evening, right? He's got the lid on. He's got the drip on, right? He's got the big stogie. He's rocking the beard like this dude is doing the most, right? And I see you. I see you, homie. And I appreciate the fact that you are doing it as big as you are, right? This cat is making some very, very heavy moves. He's making some power moves with some very heavy folks. Like really, y'all have no idea. This cat is making some power moves with some very, very heavy folks coming in here like he's, kingpinning it. And I love it. And that's how you're supposed to approach the mic. Like you are a king.
So stupid.
You know what I mean? All the way from Wisconsin. Racine,
Lord.
to be exact. Poet in the building.
Poet.
The one and only our inspiration is here. Come on, man. Let these folks know where they can find you. You know what it is. Take it away.
The most important place you can find me is here, on Thursday nights. I'm not always able to make it here every Thursday night, but Lord knows I work at it. And the other place you can find me is iInspiration on Facebook. That has all the things that I'm doing. That's my performance page. I mean, I got a lot of stuff going on, moving around. I'm being very humble, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking for gigs this winter in the South, anywhere from Virginia to Texas. Yes, CP Mays, Elemen2al. I'm talking about y'all. Michael Gwynn, talking about him. I'm looking to make this full time in the winter time. So I'm looking to, do gigs as well as co-creator, put events together and break bread together, with out-of-state folks as well. I'm gonna do something. I do never treat this as a typical open mic. A typical open mic, I'll practice stuff, with I've been working on this piece. I've been talking to Elemen2al about it. I've been talking to Maze about it. It's called Funeral Parlor. I did the original piece itself, but I'm working on doing this into a slam. So forgive me, if I fuck up on the, I guess it's the intro part. I guess the best thing to do is just shut the fuck up and do it. So I'm gonna ask y'all to close your eyes and visualize me, another white boy, a Mexican, and a Rastafarian in a 1994 Hyundai Scope. I call it a scoop. If you knew, you knew. So picture this. Leopard print fur interior. Suggestive stickers everywhere on the inside of the vehicle suggesting certified orgasm donor. Patient 68, do me and I owe you one. Ladies only. Sound system, custom, go basic. Actually, I won't even lie to you. That shit wasn't basic. That shit was janky. It was nothing but a house speaker that we stole from a house party in the back of the trunk. We hooked it up from the back to the front. The amp, I couldn't even tell you about that. It was probably some shit from Radio Shack or off the block because it was cheaper, because it was stolen. In other words, it was hot. But man, it had that house music thumping. It had the hip hop bumping. Dr. Octagon talking about blue flowers. But me, no, I'm talking about homegrown Oregon blue stem psychedelic mushrooms. Fat sacks. I mean, I paid for a quarter sack, but that bitch was about a half. And I was giving out little pinches, well, fat pinches from the front to the back. I'm on the passenger side of my own whip. You should thank God for that. Because after I gave out those pinches, hell, I downed that sack. No chasing. Some like to go ahead and put peanut butter with their shrooms, maybe on top of a pizza after it's cooked just to kill the taste. But me, no, I did that shit dry. I downed that shit like it was nothing. Keep in mind, though, we just 4 teenagers in the late 90s getting ready to head to the Shy, West 48th and Fullerton. No lie. And it's in the middle of the night. We're looking for a rave party. It's Halloween. By the time we got in the eye, we was already high, so we ended up completely on the wrong side. Capri Green, to be fact, some of y'all are too young to even know about that, but to those that know, we was in Capri Green at the gas station on Halloween. We reached at about 3 a.m. I'm dressed as a mad doctor for Halloween. I got a red fleece robe. I have a tricolored stethoscope. 1970 ski goggles, green lens, and a blue, black, and gray dreadlock snowboarder hat that says mental across that. And on top of that, I have a blue velvet top hat with the sun and the crescent moon and some 5-point stars on that. Like I said, wrong side of town. We stop in though. I'm cleaning my whip out though. And all of a sudden I hear pop, pop from the window. My guys are already in the inside. They're trying to get them directions back to the West 48th and Fullerton side. I said, I heard that pop, pop. There's a crackhead and his dealer. Crackhead got shot. I looked over quick, but then I yanked my fucking neck real back quick because I didn't want him to see that I saw that. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was like that. But that crackhead started stumbling, talking about, I've been shot. I've been shot. I was like, man, I hope this motherfucker ain't coming towards me. But he did. He put his hand on my shoulder, looked me in the eye, and said, I've been shot. I was like, the fuck you want me to do? I ain't no goddamn doctor. He said, oh, he stumbles into the store. I'm watching. My guys step back. He plops on the counter. He points to the phone. And all I could think of was like, damn, that motherfucker fucked up. You think I'm a doctor? My guys come out after the fact that the dude who made the shots pulled up and said, are you straight? I said, oh yeah, I'm good. I'm already fucked up. You don't got to worry about that. He was like, but are you straight? I said, oh yeah, I got folks right around the corner. You don't got to worry about that. He was like, all right, G, you be smooth. You safe. My people get back in the whip. I turn the music up, bumping that shit. 10 minutes later, my driver turns it down and says, man, we could have died back there. I'm like, man, ain't no one trying to hear that shit. That's Capri Green. The fucking police don't even go in that bitch. You get the directions? Yeah, all right. Or your music goes back up. I'm bumping. Like, yeah. All of a sudden, we at this funeral party, West 48th and Fullerton. It was right next to a tile company. My heart's thumping. It had to be between 3 and 5 in the morning. Well, closer to 5 because the sunrise was rising. I laid on my back on the sidewalk, and the security was like, man, you need to get back inside. You're going to get us busted, Jack. I was like, man, my heart thumping. I found one of my friends. She said, all right, Goon, I'm going to get you to the car. Here's your pen. Here's your pad. Write it out. Do what you do. There's your jazz station. You good, right? I'm going to go get Sean. I'm going to go get Greg and get everybody and we out of here. Cool. By the time she get back, I wrote this down. And this is what saved my life. My mind's blowing up. My heart's humping. Music bumping. Guys and girls humping. Thousands of people. Recognize a face here, another there. Conversations running the mouth everywhere. My eyes bugging out. Sweat starting to pour. My back's feeling sore. Life seeming to bore. I've been there, done that, smoked this, snorted that. Walk in the room. Crackheads on a broom. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Heart's beating faster. Steps getting higher. Reach the top. Then I stop. I plop on a couch. I start to slouch. Hi, I'm me. I be who I be. Who you be? I'm me. Who you be? I'm me. Who you be? I'm me. I be who I be. I be who I be. Who you be? I'm me. But I'm me. I'm me. I'm just a medicine man. G-O-O-N-I-E. That is Goonie. That is me. I'll see you later. Yeah, you're all right with me. Peace. Poet. Inspiration.
Yo. One incredible damn story, yo, and an absolute truth. Unmute yourself. Give it up for inspiration.
Really putting mushrooms on a pizza? That's new to me.
Oh man, it ain't nothing new. Shit, we used to fucking do that shit like it was nothing. That was just like an appetizer. That was for the week. You know, I needed a taste. I just downed my sack of shrooms. I was like, fuck that. I don't need shit.
Yeah, the pizza just get in the way for me. Give me the shrooms.
Right.
The direct route.
Right. You know what I'm talking about, Paul.
Listen, man, I really love how truly authentic you are with your writing. Your storytelling is very real, right? You and I had a conversation about that whole interaction. And for you to put it in a poem, right, and still maintain your authenticity, with that story is amazing, right? You made this real situation poetic, even though it could have been, it could have turned out horribly, right? Like you were in Cabrini Green, right? Like it could have turned out horribly. Like you could have been the cat talking about, oh, I've been shot, right? But the fact that you made it out of it and survived to tell us this story and make it poetic is absolutely amazing. Your delivery continues to get better, right? The way that you approach the microphone continues to build in its confidence level. Your storytelling is only continuing to grow. And I'm thankful that your fearlessness is growing with your storytelling, right? In every aspect that you do, whether it's interviews or in-person performances or online performances, you're only getting better every single day, right? So when you talk about you want to do this full time, yeah, you're on your way to it, right? Keep it going, stay focused. The merch, the drip is dripping. Heavyweight. That's how you do it, man. Appreciate you for coming through and rocking all the way from Wisconsin, Racine to be exact. That cat's putting in work. Appreciate you, man. It has been an incredible night. Man, it has been an incredible night. Like, trust me, y'all, when I created this theme, I had no idea that it was going to do this. Honestly, right? But from Kay, the poet with her power fro rocking, appreciate you. Nemo Soom for doing what he does. Alan Gary for sticking to our bones. Nashawn Nadon, right? Joski C for putting our week in balance. And our resident Gilgamesh for making sure that we are always on point. Shout out Matthew Modelkeen. Shout out Ron Mark Thompson. Thank you all for so much of your energy, so much love, so much progress that we are building into this poetry that we do. I really can't thank you enough. Honestly, like the eyes, like the energy, the poetry, every line that you deliver. I can't thank you enough for it, right? You could have been anywhere in the world, but you have been rocking with us every single Thursday. Thank you so very much for that. Make sure you are plugging in with all things New Eurekan Poets Cafe. We are going to end the night like this, and I cannot wait to see y'all next week. Until we meet again, may this energy we conjure this evening supercharge the rest of your week. Take this power, inspire others, energize creativity as we all hope to do through the spirit of Miguel Agarin. Your voice is appreciated, necessary, and always valuable in this space. Thank you for sharing it with us. Never forget, cowards get buried here, and we reclaim our strength through our fearlessness. On behalf of the greatest community in the world, it has truly been a pleasure spending Thursday night with y'all. Until next week.